Exxupii! Hello! Hello, hello! Welcome to the house of... Oh my god. I lost my voice a little bit, I'm sorry. The house of... Yeah, welcome to the household. Yeah. Don't lose your voice. I won't. I had no idea I lost my voice because I didn't talk for a long time. Today. Yeah. Hello, everyone. You better go find your voice. I know. I was yelling on a lot of roller coasters yesterday. I went to a theme park, and I went on like 6 roller coasters. That's why my voice is gone, to be honest. I drank some tea, so I mean, hopefully that helps. But other than that, you know, resting my voice a little bit. Yeah. You guys like roller coasters? I like roller coasters. It's very warm though. Too warm. Summer. You don't like heights? I always get scared, but then I'm very happy once the ride is happening, you know. The wooden roller coasters they're so scary, but they're very they're very fun in their own way. It's almost scarier because I feel like I trust them less. Yeah. It is scary though, being so high up. And feeling like the seat isn't gonna keep you in the seat. They sound awesome. That's kind of true. That's kind of true. Anyway, I didn't think I would lose my voice. And that my voice would crack like that, but you know. It is what it is. I'll get better. Anyway, Sister Paranoia, Other Paranoia. It just released. You know, I think something's wrong with the Steam pages. They need to be putting, like, the time of date. Or, like, when they just put the day that something releases. And then they don't put the time it releases. Like, how was I supposed to know? It said that it released on this day. I thought it was gonna be out already. So anyway, that's why we're starting now. Because I just downloaded it. It wasn't that big. But I just downloaded it because it came out 13 minutes ago. So 10 a.m. PST always used to be the time. I would have thought it would be like midnight or something. The developers communicate it, but like over social media. Like I saw it later. Like, I don't know. I feel like Steam should have like an hourly countdown kind of thing. That would be way more helpful. Also, Comic Hit just started, so that's why. Yeah. Imagine everyone going into Comic Hit right now. After lining up. I've only been to Summer Comic Hit too. So... I went to Comic Hit before it was 3 digits. That's crazy. It's 3 digits now. I miss Comic Hit so bad. I was watching the anime Draw This and Then Die. You guys should watch it. It's so cute. It's so good. It's about like a manga club, like in high school with a bunch of girls. Oh, it's so awesome. You guys should definitely watch it. And they go to like like a comic book selling market, and they sell their own like doujin. It's really cool. It's really cool. Please watch it. I watched it all in one day. Couldn't put it down. 10 a.m. PST was when the guy was the day-to-day updates happen on Steam. A guy has to be on call for things. Oh, that's true. That's actually pretty useful. A summer Comic-Con too in 1975. I didn't say I went to Comic-Con when it was 1 digit. I said I went when it was 2 digits. Anyway, you guys should watch Draw This and Then Die. It's beautiful. It made me cry. I won't give you spoilers for the first episode, but the first episode made me cry. It's got the feels for real. But this game today is supposed to be really scary. I think the content warning, it should probably be similar to like a needy streamer overload. So there might be a crazy girl. Is it like keep your hands off Ken? A little bit. The girls are like different, so it's hard for me to compare. Old enough to be go to single digit comic. Hey. Hey. I loved Ken too, but you know, people don't know about Ken anymore. They only know the opening. Easy breezy. Are you willing to purchase the VHS from resellers after Comic-Con is over? I'm not willing to purchase anything from resellers right now. Do you know about how much it costs to ship things to the US right now? And all the stupid tariffs? You know about that? I stopped ordering things. Which is like better for my wallet, but like sad for my soul. You know? I can just wait until I go to Japan next time. And then next time I go to Japan, it's gonna be madness. Oh my gosh. I went to... My last trip, I went to Japan and then Korea. Because like when you go in Japan, you have to... When you get tax-free stuff, you have to keep it in the packaging. And so when I got to Korea, I opened all the packaging. And I threw away all the plastic and stuff because Japan loves to give you bags and like excessively wrapped items. Oh, it's so intense. Anyway, let's go ahead and do leveling roll call. Leveling roll call! If you're here, make sure you say hi in chat before I start reading, and then I'll say hi to you. Okay. I see. Hi Name Monkey, hi P, hi Jay, hi Spectre, hi Ming Fang Zhang, hi Hero. Comic-Con starts today. It's right now. It's right now. Hi TCLE, hi Mauricio, hi NP, NUP, hi Taco OG. Wife's sister? Well, we don't know that yet. We don't know. Hi Super Iron Bob, hi P, hi Lobby Box, hi Bonkers. It's been 5 billion years. I was gone for 1 day. A singular day. I think I said hi Taco OG. Strider, hi P. Womp 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 womp. Hi Jason, hi Child, hi Golden Potato. 1 day is 5 billion years. I'm gonna drink a Sapporo? I wish that was me. Damn, I wish that was me. The days are supposed to be long. We're still in summer. We're still in summer, you know? Anyway, I think I got the game mostly working. But, yes, it's very I think this is a very dark game. So, if you don't want to watch it, that's okay. But I don't really know what's in it. None of us know what's in it. It came out 19 minutes ago. So, we're gonna experience this together. Yes. Okay. Cha-chan! We're over here now. I don't think the audio is working for it. I'm gonna try and see if you guys hear it. Okay, it's... Oh, you guys do hear it. Oh, yes, it works. Thank you. Thank you, it works. Okay, cool. Also, I clicked on the screen on accident and I had to restart my game because, like, it already started the new game and I was like, no! Yeah, it's got like a goopy sound. Goopy. Anyway, the image is... No, there's no BGM at all. The image for the promo image, it's like the... Oh! What was that? Huh? It makes a noise when I hover over her? Why? Her eyes specifically? Her face? I was trying to point out over here. If you look on the Steam store or like the art, it has him next to like a bleeding body or something over here on the cover art. So I don't know what's up with that. So I think this is us and I think this is our sister. Hi, Cygnus. I'll try clicking her, yeah. I'm a little worried, but I'll try. Did it start the game? Oh, hello. Oh wait, hold on. It doesn't keep the audio if I tab out. Hold on, let me fix it. Wait, can I just... Gazing into sister's eyes, touching sister's hair. Okay. Oh! White, almost translucent. So clear it feels as though it doesn't belong to this world. It's as if she herself embodies a beauty that feels like a fading dream. It looks like my hair bends a little bit. Oni-chan, I'm right here. Does the same thing happen if I pet her head again? Yeah, it's the same flavor text. I gotta do it 3 times just to make sure. I just need to check. Okay, yeah, okay. I wanted to see if I could touch other parts of her hair, but I guess not. Gazing into sister's eyes. Large and round. My player 2 palette? Wait! She kind of is. So deep I could fall into them. Gee. When you're looking at me, Oni-chan, I'm looking at you too. Someday, we might not even know who's looking at whom. The boundary between us might just fade away. We'll melt together, you and me. Oh my god. Ooh! It abruptly closes? Okay. Well, I guess we know what that does. I guess so. Hey, Vital. I mean, it's the summer, so melting is acceptable, huh? Oh, we're in school. Oh! What is this? BGM! Human relationships are complex and mysterious. Even a guy like me occasionally gets approached by someone. Like him. Just some random boy from my class, but He clearly had something going on to strike up a conversation with a misfit like me, someone much lower in the social pecking order. I can see right through people. It's like their emotions speak directly to me. The guy started up an ordinary conversation, saying that he wanted to just be friends and that we should hang out. Submitting to social mores, only occasionally letting our true feelings slip, is what enables people to coexist in society. Black suit looks a little different, huh? Yeah. Behind his words, I heard a buzz of anxiety. I gathered he'd been ostracized from his friend group for some reason. When shunned by the pack, humans, just like any other animal, take it as a shocking blow. The guy wanted to prove to himself that he still had societal value, but his pride prevented him from finding someone to talk to. So he homed in on me, telling himself he was simply being a good guy, talking to a poor, friendless kid. Part of him knew all along that he was using me as a distraction. I'm not saying he was a bad guy. Really. On the inside, we're all shades of gray. He had both good and bad in him. And when you get down to it, he seemed to be genuinely trying to make friends. So I invited him over to my place. Eh? So fast? Hi, history. Quite the honor, I must say. It's rare for me to allow anyone into my room. Oh, they're gaming. There in my room, he was just like any other normal teenager. Got a bunch of weird games, huh? You're into reading this stuff? Not really my thing. Who do you think is the hottest girl in this group? We build trust through meaningless conversation. Shallow interaction by shallow interaction, he dispelled his anxiety, used me to try to reclaim his self-worth. So far, so good. I have a younger sister, Sahana. She's a gifted child, and being my sister, she's very important to me. Like me, she has social anxiety and she dislikes people. She couldn't cope with elementary school, so she stopped going. Elementary school? I'm not surprised. She was too smart for it anyway. So Sahana came into my room. Though she was startled to see my visitor, she put on a brave face for my sake and made an effort to join in the conversation. He wasn't a bad guy. But I guess he tended to just say whatever popped into his head. You should go back to school. You can't both be gloomy shut-ins. You'd have so much more fun out there. Sahana faltered beneath the barrage of platitudes, so nauseating it could make you hurl. She burst into tears. She couldn't cope with this disaster that had struck in her own home, which, unlike the classroom, was supposed to be a safe space. Oh, that is the eye on the TV. Oh my god. And the stupid things he said, the tears sliding down Sahana's pale cheeks, it all set my nerves dancing on a knife's edge. Adrenaline surged and my mind focused. Turns out, when I read someone's emotions in such a state, I see even more than usual. Until that moment, I hadn't realized that my sensitivities pushed into abnormal territory, making me an aberration in this society where keeping up appearances is everything. What I said to him was simple and obvious. But seeing the flow of his emotions so clearly, I wielded my words like a scalpel, slicing away at his self-delusions. You picked me because you wanted to escape from the fact that your friends ostracized you, didn't you? Why did it become red? Sono me dare no me. You struggle to hide the fact that you want to be popular. Though you'd schemed your way into the inner circle, found some scraps to claim, but then it all fell apart and now you're screwed, huh? You act tough and fake that smile, but you've got no confidence in your own abilities or appearance. I bet your inferiority complex is what caused your friends to ditch you. Oh my god, what are these guys saying? Hi Alexander, hi Ein. Wait, I get to choose one? These all seem... Or maybe it just wants me to choose all of them. Maybe this one. Oh, it's just one at a time. Okay. His eyes rolled back into his skull. When he tried to form a reply, it came out in a canine growl. Meanwhile, in contrast to the harsh sounds, he trembled like a scared puppy. His face flushed crimson with rage, and, overcome by emotion with no release, he slapped at his thighs, his maelstrom of emotions spilling out in pained groans. I guess that's what happens when the softest parts of a person's mind are sliced open. What? You're a sneaky, disgusting piece of shit. Oh my god! You're right, it is like the blue lines from the title screen. Then he jumped out of my bedroom window. Excuse me? There was a dull, wet thud that I wish Sahana didn't have to hear. He didn't die, but they expect he'll never fully heal from the injuries. The school decided that we must have been horsing around, he got carried away, and then he fell out the window. It never occurred to them that I could have talked him into it. I'd always been a loner, so when my class shunned me after, nothing really changed. Life is suffering anyway. What is this guy's problem? Oh my god. Sahana simply wrapped her arms around my head and stroked my hair. It's okay. You're okay, Oni-chan. I can make people kill themselves if I want. I can commit murder without suspicion. What? At some point, I stopped leaving my room, choosing to stay shut away with Sahana instead. Time flowed on, leaving us behind. Oh, her outline is still there. I can... Oh, it disappeared. What is this? Could you guys see her outline? Like how it lingered on the screen? Ow. You didn't see? Oh my god. Her outline was there for like a couple seconds, and then the screen went black like really fast. I'm a sick man. Who do I think I am? Dostoevsky? I don't say his name enough. Dostoevsky. Dostoevsky. Something like that. Crime and punishment. Besides, everyone's sick in this day and age. They're all slaves to social media likes, penning their missives into the giant underground of the internet. Not that the real world is any better. I detest both the online and the off. I hate it, hate it, hate it, hate it, hate it, hate it, hate it. It's mentally draining to be so negative all the time. Time to think about something a little more constructive. It looks like water ripples on the screen. It's like a big spiral. That's appropriate, I suppose. Dostoevsky. Shall we put on a little background music? Music can influence your mood, you know. I do have a sophisticated side as well. A cultured appreciation of the arts. Okay. By the way, do you know what a panopticon is? It comes from the Greek word panops, which means all-seeing. That probably doesn't help much, huh? Imagine you're building a facility for segregating prisoners from society. You stick the warden's watchtower right in the middle, then arrange the cells around it in a circle. And then ensure the prisoners can't see into the tower. This makes them paranoid that they're being watched 24/7. Now, because the cells are arranged in a circle, the prisoners can all watch each other, you see? Thus, they will all monitor each other, ensuring no one is receiving special treatment or finding some way to get ahead. It's quite the devilish invention. Social media has been called a modern-day panopticon. Everyone's watching to make sure other people aren't getting too full of themselves, and the moment anyone makes a misstep, they're roasted to hell and back. When any nail dares to stick out, the whole world descends to hammer them down. We're in a prison, you see? It's grotesque. Both the real world and the online are prisons built from human relationships. I'm sensitive to people's emotions. I don't know why, but I can practically read minds. Though it doesn't really work over the internet. I'm just armchair theorizing here. Still, since I base my inferences on the same kind of information I can usually gather in person, I'm pretty confident in my analysis. Let's take a look around this prison. Cell phones. The guy posting selfies who thinks he got riz. The corporate drone posting his minor daily grievances. The anime PFP who butts into relationship issues. Ryuju bakuhatsu shiro! The expert breaking down online drama. The artist posting cutesy drawings. Oh, that's nice. Oh yeah, she's fishing for guys. Like, it could be any more obvious. This cute shit is all a facade with nothing substantial behind it. You can tell how shallow her sense of self is. When you get down to the details, reading minds is pretty unimpressive. It's similar to a social mechanism. You'll see if you look for her private or sub accounts. Most of her followers are men. She tries to act like it's a 50-50 split, but you'll see that her male follower rate is strangely high, especially given how she presents on her main account. Her need to present a superficial sheen of cuteness is a result of the pressure of the panopticon. It's like the final compromise reached to prevent anyone from getting ahead. If people got wind of her thirst for male attention, the haters would come down on her like a pack of wolves. The female prisoners are all surreptitiously peeking into one another's cells, you see. It's an unbreakable bond, in a sense. The guy posting selfies who think he got riz. Wow, look at all the likes he gets for photos of himself. His hair's dyed a crazy color. You'd think that he's trying to draw attention with it, right? Wrong, it's a warning color. It's there to scare people off. I can forgive you for thinking he has the opposite intention. I mean, look at the numbers he's getting. You might consider him an attention seeker, and that's part of it. But it's really about selection. He's sending out a message. Hey, I'm someone to keep your distance from. I only want to associate with people who really get me. Someone with more confidence who's comfortable in any company wouldn't go out of their way to look so garish. He's just repainting his head in the color of the moment. Look, the poems he posts with his pics are so cringe. Hey, this MC is so mean. This narrator has some serious issues. There's no art in lifestyle. He's just desperate to convert his youth into money and cash it out before it runs out. That's why he only seeks out similar-minded men who live in the moment and vapid women who flock to his fleeting star. He offers up this period of his life where one's youth alone confers value to the devil of lookism. And how will we get out of that Faustian bargain? Every day is riddled with anxiety and the fear of aging. But it's not like he can do anything about it, so he shoves it deep down and carries on. This temporary popularity is his escapism, which makes it all the harder to break free from. I think I figured out why MC is a social outcast. Is cachet a word? I don't know, I've never heard of it either. Corporate drone posting his minor daily grievances. This one's lost the will to even attempt to cry for help. No one's life is dominated by such bland, inoffensive content. If he was truly fulfilled, he wouldn't feel the need to look online, or he'd post more openly about his accomplishments in relationships. But he doesn't even have it in himself to reveal the depressing realities of his life. I mean, it's pretty pathetic to see a grown adult constantly complaining. And what's the point in sending out a distress signal when it'll only make people dislike you? Anodyne tweets are his only resistance against this modern condition of slow domestication and the march towards death. The few responses from that old online acquaintances are his lifeline. I suppose that, in a sense, he's making the most of what social media has to offer. Such connections are gossamer thin, faint like spider silk. Yet, the tangible truth of connecting with someone out there in the wide world, for better or for worse, can't be all bad. Someone take away this guy's dictionary. You think I'm no different, constantly complaining? Fine by me. It's an author's job to rant and rave at the world. I'm laboring in the stinking, rotten, ugly world. I'm actually doing a kindness by critiquing the drivel these people spew. Anime PFP who butts into relationship issues. They don't give a shit about the actual problem. All these people really want to do is either trauma dump or self-abandon or both at once. They blame the opposite sex, or sometimes supposedly weaker members of their own sex, for their past trauma and their warped sense of self that comes from feeling ignored. Everyone's too afraid to address their own sins, and even if they wanted to, it's already too late. So they try to avoid taking responsibility for their own lives. Wow, you got a tough row to hoe. Imagine if someone ever told them that's life, full stop. They'd be fucked. They spend their whole lives looking around the prison, taking joy in other people's failures, swooping in to take the head off of anyone who lets down their guard, then displaying it among the rest of their trophies. Bunch of revolution addicts. Nothing satiates the masses like the moment the guillotine comes down on the neck of some self-important asshole. What's better than being happy? Seeing someone you hate being miserable. They call it schadenfreude, and it's sweet as honey to this type. But living on honey alone may be its own kind of suffering. Discard the concept of impropriety and you too can forge a route to your own happiness. These people are marathon runners. No, triathletes who have set out sprinting across the vast ocean of the internet towards an instinctual source of pleasure. And between their gasps for air, sometimes the truth will slip out. A quiet plea. Save me. A tough what to what? You gotta fill the word count so you whip out the thesaurus. Oh, I'm sorry, Mio. The expert breaking down online drama. He sure digs through a lot of social media for someone who doesn't use social media. Yeah! These people are everywhere. I know at least one in my social circle who fits this description. They're the proverbial frog in the well. Though, unfortunately, unlike the frog's perspective, the unpleasant gravity well of social media is vast indeed. I wonder, does the self-important frog not even attempt to make a jump for the outer world because it's happy reigning over this vast little kingdom in the well? It's more effective to survive on slimy bugs at the bottom of a deep dark well than suffer under the law of the jungle in the unpredictable, unknown world outside. If we're talking meaning, there is none. Like the nighttime croaking of the frogs, they speak on things they know nothing about. Ribbit, ribbit. They're loud enough that you can't quite ignore them, but they have little other effect, either positive or negative. Though, perhaps they call their friends to them. Ribbit, ribbit. Usually it's the male frogs that are the accomplished singers, and the females captivated by the sound are drawn to them. But as for the human frog song, well, you've heard them. Still, keep denying the meaninglessness and everything eventually becomes meaningful. I mean, even the frog in the well can provide some kind of distraction. It's not for me, but I guess some people still live like that. Bro, this guy is crazy. Kiddo, kiddo. This is how I live. Spouting these prejudices, cursing the world alone, day after day. Dang, look at his merch on the side. Why he's got Santa Claus? You see that? What are these ones? I can't tell, they're all grayed out, you know? I do enjoy the background, though. Fancying myself a modern-day Dostoevsky, I moved with the times and wrote a light novel. I did work hard on it to tell a meaningful existentialist story through the heroine's character arcs. Do you know what existentialism is? It's a major theme in Russian literature. Oh my god. Okay. Here's my own personal interpretation of it. God is the supreme being we should all believe in, but I'm a human being. I too have an ego. I think that's basically what Dostoevsky was saying. I'm a literature major after all. Not that I go to class anymore. I mean, I can't. I became a commercial light novel author, earning my living from writing at the tender age of 19. Impressive, no? Though I've only published one book so far. My book is called The Emotional Panopticon, which I think is a pretty slick title. Go ahead and pick it up if you ever come across it in the bookstore. It won a prize and everything. But they didn't print many first editions, so a physical copy is a rare find. The other members of my literature club acted as though a hero had emerged from our ranks. the reality is that my book was shoved on a shelf to hype it up, but sales are non-existent. It's all about what I do next. Still, I claimed my seat at the table, and that's gotta make those still standing green with envy. There are even a few dickheads in the club who talk shit about me. Not that I care. The online reaction has been polarized. Well, I can see. It's either self-appointed critics who get off on trashing the newcomers or pretentious show-offs who heap praise on any work that shows the slightest ambition. Neither can be trusted. A few readers, though, went as far as to write the editor with their thoughts. To tell the truth, these are the people for whom I feel I need to write the sequel. Light novels live and die on their series potential, and you're basically shit out of luck without an anime adaptation. But the thing is, I've developed writer's block. The envy of my fellow literature club members is too much. It made me disgusted with people. And since I'm officially an author now, I've got all kinds of people kissing my ass online. People care way too much about status, while faith in literary gods wears thin. Which brings me to existentialism. As much as I want to make my offering to the gods of the arts, I'm only human. And sometimes humans just aren't feeling it. I'm sure Dostoevsky and Kierkegaard felt the same way too. The Renaissance includes a shift of perspective from God at the center to man. Viva la Renaissance. I want to visit Russia. I feel like it helped me to regain my faith in the arts. I'd love to see the snow. You know, that's valid. He's a Russia boo. It's fine. This painting's incredible, right? There's something about Russian women. Their eyes are cold, yet there's a warmth to them at the same time. Portrait of an Unknown Woman. I prefer the alternative title, though. Portrait of an Unforgettable Woman. People call it the Russian Mona Lisa. I'd love to visit the gallery one day to see it in the flesh. It's fucked up that no one can visit the Hermitage Museum because of war shit. Guess that's humanity's loss. Though, I suppose that's not where the portrait of the unforgettable woman is anyway. Details, details. Anyway, it breaks my heart that art and culture are being destroyed by stupid, egotistical shit like wars and the petty relations of humans and their little cliques on social media. Hi, Steve. Hi, Zeal. I'm not venting my frustrations at you because I'm not making any progress with Volume 2. Uh-huh. That's not it, I swear. Don't judge me by the blank page. Once I type in one word, I'm off. I'll write the whole thing in one go. To me, there's no difference between one word and 100,000. It's so loud. Seriously, the whole world is filled with noise. The moment I step outside, all these strangers' feelings wash over me. It's so fucking loud. Everyone's always thinking about such dumb shit. I can't see the bullshit and I hate it. That's why I have to stay secluded in my room. Woe is me. This is what being 19 really feels like. This is what being 19 really feels like. It'd be so easier to cope if people thought about intellectual things, but no. Their brains are just filled with crap. Short-form videos and Netflix, dating apps, and X-rated ASMR. Too real for you? How about you go and look around at God's green earth? Go touch some grass. Hi, Nate Monkey. You're so fixated on that little screen in front of you that you've lost touch with the sublimity of the natural world. Is that word too big a word for you? Let me break it down. I'm talking about touching grass. My Redditor. This guy needs to touch grass more than anyone, it's true. Yeah, this wet behind the ears light novel author is telling you that your life is devoid of poetic beauty and natural vistas. Ironic, huh? Oh.
Onii-chan.
Oh. Oh, the background becomes stars.
You're lonely deep down, aren't you?
You think less of me for it?
No way. I love you.
Thanks.
But I don't like to see you miserable.
That's just how it is for authors. No creativity without pain.
No, that's not the reason. You're intoxicated by your own noble suffering. You've made misery your identity, to the point that you're lost without it. You know that life is hard, so you intentionally make it harder for yourself because you think that'll let you run away from other, bigger problems.
You're hardly one to talk when you refuse to go to school.
It's not that I'm running away from school. I want to be with you, Onii-chan. Always and forever.
Really? She's right that I'm running from something. But aren't we all? People can't deal with reality 24/7. By that virtue, I became a warrior the moment I submitted my light novel. I'm not hiding in the literature club room, joining a wound-licking circle jerk. I'm on the battlefield, armed and ready, preparing for my next skirmish.
You're coming up with excuses in your head again, aren't you?
Can my sister read minds too?
You blame yourself and you blame other people. And then your mind goes off chasing excuses. But truly weak people don't even look for excuses. Somewhere deep down, you're trying your best to have compassion for yourself and other people. That's what gets you stuck thinking in circles and brings you down. It'd do wonders for that depressed self-conscious of yours if you just let it all go. That's why I'm here for you. I'll always be right here.
Thanks, but I'm afraid you'll have to step out every once in a while so I can look at corn. Okay. Yeah, why is he telling this to his younger sister? I don't like that.
I'll be right here.
Were you listening to me? The only way to escape this mutual mass surveillance is through embracing tribalism. I'm talking about primitive relations like blood ties.
Being siblings isn't the only form of human connection.
I can't tell who's talking here. Is it her?
Being siblings isn't the only form of human connection. There are all kinds of ways to connect with people, like friendships and romance and stuff.
Maybe somewhere out there, but not for me.
You say that most everyone is a frog in a well, but you're an author in your room.
I'm not just holed up in here pretending to be an author. I've actually published something. I get royalties, enough to live on even.
Then it doesn't matter that you're not writing. You can just be happy if that's what you want.
My only joy is sublimating misery. Thanks, Sahana.
You're welcome, Oni-chan.
Till death do us part.
Then, how about we die right now?
No.
No.
Wait. She said this.
Till death do us part.
Then how about we die right now?
No, not yet. You still have a lot left to write.
Is it like Andy and Lele? I've never played that game. Is this what it's like?
Okay. Good night, Oni-chan.
Good night, Sahana. Hope you have sweet dreams.
I already am.
Huh. Ever since I was a child, I've always been one step removed from the rest of the world. Oh, what is this funky background music? I couldn't stand its rotten stench. I unconsciously trained myself to take a bird's eye view of the universe, as though I wasn't a part of it. Oh, are those their parents? And how did I see my parents? A pig and a kappa. Two bundles of vanity wrapped up in the stereotypical trappings of middle age. My father, a pudgy white-collar worker who throws his weight around to hide the fact that he has nothing going for him beyond his position at the company. My mother, a nympho who drains her husband's meager earnings, still desperately seeking flattery from men despite being old and washed up. Even as they rip each other to shreds day in and day out, they stay together for the sake of appearances, leaving my sister and I caught in the middle of their dispute. Well, to be clear, they don't drag us into their shit. They're still just constantly at one another's throats. Still, neither ever found the courage to take the kids and leave. The endless repetitive routine of it bores me. His mom is hot? I'm wondering why they're even alive. What are they living for? For Dad, the list seems to be working and drinking and betting on the ponies. Mom hoards trinkets and sleeps around, but a designer bag or a winning ticket isn't gonna fill the emptiness inside. That's a process, something you work at for your whole life, not something you just achieve one day. Fortunately, they're the kind of people who want to save face in front of the kids, and it only creeps them out when I say such things to them. So pathetic. I think that life is about finding meaning. Okay, we're getting somewhere. I mean, anyone can simply exist. That's not what I'm talking about. There's no inherent meaning there. Being here on Earth just means your parents followed their base biological instinct, the urge to reproduce. God's commandment, be fruitful and multiply. I highly doubt God imbues each sexual encounter with divine meaning. Being born is a coincidence. Some people attempt to find meaning in their existence, however. And those are the ones like me who end up with a pseudo-intellectual bent and career to match. Okay, sometimes I see where he's coming from, and then sometimes he's so crazy, I'm just like, The people who go around saying they really want to be a writer while never doing anything to make it a reality aren't actually interested in finding their purpose. Those people are content with their lives such as they are. They get used to the daily grind at a job they told themselves was only going to be a stopgap and figure, hey, they're making a living and it's not so bad after all. Following the same old routine of interacting with coworkers and then killing time online after work. If you're truly hungry for meaning and purpose, you can seize them for yourself. Dreams do come true. I'd be lynched if I said that at my club, though. I'm a member of my not overly impressive university literature club. I figured it was a place where things would be a little quieter for me. Let's take a peek into the minds of the wannabes in the club room. I spent so much time thinking about people's reasons for living that I can pretty much read the mind of anyone I've had a few interactions with. In fact, I can practically hear their inner monologue as though spoken out loud. This guy's like a sociopath. Member D. Oh, Member D's. He likes literature, writing, criticism, and hanging out with the group. And he participates in it all up to a point, but his heart isn't in it. His critiques are fine. Literature grads aren't exactly in high demand, but I expect he has a decent chance of finding employment. He's pretty much got things figured out, but he's not driven and he has a complex about that. Sure, he wants to be a writer, but he doesn't have the passion to devote himself entirely to the craft. Given the chance, he'd much rather go hang out with his friends. When we're making a zine, he might pull an all-nighter for it. He skates by on this level of commitment. The other club members generally like his writing, but we all, including him, know he's not good enough to be published. What the hell? Vaguely, he had hoped that even so, maybe he could become a writer. That with his natural ability to get by, he might unexpectedly slip through that gate. But little by little, precisely because he's perceptive, he realizes that the drive possessed by the real ones is nothing like this. And so despite thinking of himself as the kind of guy who can do anything he puts his mind to, he's given up on the idea, knowing that he'll never be able to dedicate himself to something to the exclusion of all else. He'll graduate with a mixed bag of happiness and unhappiness, topped with a heaping helping of existential dread about a life filled with mediocre accomplishments and the rare fluke of a solid showing, yet with no clear game plan. I suppose that's about all you can expect from the average university student anyway. Yes, I'm qualified to judge. Don't forget that I made it past the gatekeepers. I'm a published author. Go to member A. Or maybe one of the girls first. Member C. She has an aversion to men, like a germaphobe to germs. Thus, she reads books that have gender as a central theme. She takes pleasure in the consistency and routine of the club meetings, sharing her insights into these works, as well as her own thoughts on her pet theme. Her identity now revolves around delivering her insights on how a work depicts women, whether they want to hear it or not. She loathes toxic masculinity and is highly critical of any perceived vulgar talk from club members or people online. People neither respect nor fear her, though. They simply started avoiding her because she's a pain in the ass. Once someone responded that gender wasn't the only theme of a particular work, she angrily shot back that clearly they hadn't understood the author's intent. Being overly conscious of the differences between men and women only narrows one's worldview. Follower count is just a number, but she feels beholden to the people whose attention she's garnered with her provocative rhetoric. Her success is modest, but it's success nonetheless. At the root of it all is a lack of self-esteem as a woman who doesn't get much attention from the opposite sex, and she's terrified that people will see through that truth. The men and women in the club exist far more harmoniously than she'd have you believe. In her shouted rants about liberation and independence, she reveals a heart bound by invisible chains. Oh, you can't... Is this him? You can't click on him. A window shopper, plain and simple. Oh. He has no intention of becoming a writer, but he likes to think that he's smarter than his peers who spend their time gaming or reading manga. And he's gotta maintain that self-image, so he shows up at the club room and very occasionally he writes some sort of critique to stroke his own ego. It's not even at the level of a high school book report. And even so, he mostly just copies it from essays he finds online. He hasn't been reading as much recently, instead spending more time on mobile gaming and webcomics. He kind of wants to become one of those insufferable film guys, but his problem is that he immediately gets distracted by his phone whenever he starts watching a movie at home, so he doesn't really absorb the content. Damn! He's saying low attention span. His type is pretty good at navigating life, and he might even land a job at a small publisher before graduating. There, he'll tell the young authors he runs into, "I just couldn't hack it as a writer." Like he's passing on his dreams to the next generation when in reality he's just passing the buck. A girl who loves literature, but loves being a literature girly even more. In high school, she was one of those forgettable girls with few prospects, but on entering college, she found her niche as a reader and suddenly shot up in popularity. If you can really get into it with her over whatever the club is reading this week, you'll be seen as a popular guy. So the guys spend their dull days trying to impress her, with more than a few falling for her along the way. But she's a little anxious. She knows that her value is extremely localized. She's gotta seize the next opportunity as soon as it presents itself, and she's here with the aim of using her current popularity as a springboard to find a man and lock down her life. Still, she's not a bad person. This is just what people do. Last but not least, there's the guy at the back of the room cultivating a gloomy aura. Is that you? Should you buy this game? If you want to. There's only like $8 on Steam. The one with the unsettling look in his eyes. He's a real character, but the truth is, he's just your average wannabe. Another young guy dreaming of becoming an author and a critic. Whenever I'm successful, he directs his oppressive envy at me like a laser. And it burns. Hiyakawa. He's the only one that has a name for this guy. Oh, he has a sprite too. His name is Hiyakawa, written with the characters for Cold River. The guy's as icy as his namesake. People used to ironically call him sensei because he pompously criticizes others despite not having achieved anything himself. That all ended when my book was published. Now I'm sensei. It's hard to tell whether he's glad the nickname is gone or whether he liked having his superiority acknowledged, even in jest. He burns with envy towards anyone he thinks has gotten ahead of him in life. Every day he compliments me on my work. It's so obnoxious. I want to quit the club, but now that I'm an author, it feels awkward. That's the only reason I'm still here. 𝙚art. By the way, I do have a friend I sometimes hang out with on the weekends. Oh, okay. But things are awkward with him now too. No! He's the most normal normie who ever normed. We were never joined at the hip or anything, but I've known him since elementary school. Sometimes we don't hang out for a few years, but we always seem to come right back together. You know the kind of relationship, right? He seems to be working hard to line up a job after graduation. That's the kind of thing that makes him a normie, you see? A normal person walks around wearing clothes because normal people don't get naked in public. What? Excuse me? We plan to meet up soon to celebrate my book's publication. So it was really recent? Well, it won't be much of a celebration. We're just gonna hang out in town and he'll probably treat me to dinner. It'll be pure normalcy, and I mean that in a good way. I'm grateful for it. But as someone who can read minds, I'm also a bit nervous for it. Beneath his outward celebration of my success, frustration buzzes. He's desperately trying to suppress the fear of being surpassed by his friends. He doesn't know how to feel about the fact that I'm here getting money and recognition while he's dealing with the stress of job hunting. You never know what's on the other side, you know? Imagine being successful but thinking like this every day. Being trapped in your own mind prison like this. But what can you do? It's yet another interpersonal struggle, albeit with a different kind from what I have with Hiyakawa. There are some things that would make people like this envious. That's what makes it so difficult. Beyond a deep shadow lies a bright light, and vice versa. Readers reply to my posts with positive messages of encouragement. Of course, people discuss my work on review sites and message boards, but the people who contact me directly are usually fans with an interest in rising authors. Though I suppose the fact that I don't have enough exposure to have haters yet is probably not a good thing. I hope the next volume sells enough for me to get publicly slammed. Anyway, I do get plenty of DMs from girls too, you know. The people who secretly send me direct messages in hopes of using me somehow for their own advantage, mostly women. This, in turn, fuels the jealousy of their peers who have nothing special going for them. If I show any interest in return, I'll be lambasted as the only being in it for the women. But the true greats turn their messy romantic trouble into literature, right? Osamu Dazai and Sakaguchi Ango were womanizers. Not that they would listen to reason.
Hi, bubbles.
I've got game too, though. I got a DM from a girl who wants to meet up. Oh my god. Going by her account, she seems to be a fairly cute university student and a model who has aspirations of becoming a VTuber. She looks average enough to me, but her selfies get plenty of likes and she has about 3,000 followers. She's into alternative stuff, and she messaged me because she emotionally connected with my work. Well, I'll be damned. It could be interesting to take a peek inside her head and use it as inspiration for my work. I haven't responded yet. I thought you were gonna meet up! Finally, to play the part of the broke student, I have a part-time job working the night shift at a convenience store. That's all I felt up to. The store is surprisingly quiet at night. Though it's a comparatively good time of day, the work itself is strenuous. Every day I find myself wanting to punch the manager in the face. The only reason convenience store managers across the nation are still alive is because night shift pay is slightly higher. That's why I haven't killed him. Oh my god. let's take a peek inside the customers, shall we? I like observing them from behind the register. There can be something almost childishly innocent about the patrons who come here every night. Or at night. Oh, like I mentioned before, my ability isn't something so convenient as telepathy. It's more like a form of synesthesia, and I do need a certain amount of information for it to work. While I can hazard a decent guess from observing their actions and body language, it's only after a few conversations that I start to see deeper. That's why I don't like to get close to people. I can't help it though, I'm already in their minds. Alright, what's this guy looking at? Oji-san. The old guy is a regular. He's always pissed off about something. If the cashier is too slow bagging his purchases, he'll curse them out. Despite that, he buys a ton of candy. Both his work life and home life are falling apart. After his night shift ends, he fills his basket with carbs so he can eat his stress away. His body has expanded with his sedentary lifestyle, and he's transforming into a lump of flesh that disgusts his coworkers and family. My dad's the same. Gluttony is the most convenient sin. Even a complete idiot can stuff themselves. And that's what idiots do. It's called a lack of self-control. To be human is to restrain one's desires. That's rationality. We aren't beasts to be controlled by our instincts. Alright, what's the flashily dressed hostess? Did he call us fat? Yeah. She's clearly a hostess. I mean, you can tell from how she's dressed. Maybe she doesn't work at a hostess bar specifically, but she definitely works in the red light district. There's a delicate soul wrapped in those flashy clothes. I guess she's here for condoms or cigarettes. She flits in on her break and then disappears again into the neon world. There you go. She's picked up a pack of condoms. Well, at least she's not one of those chicks who's obsessed with hosts. How do I know that? Hosts always have condoms on them. They look out for number one. That's insane. This is all just speculation, of course. A man has to entertain himself when he works the night shift. Yeah, this is Timu Osamu Dazai for real. Hi, Bidoo.
Thank you for the 3-stream streak.
High schooler looking customer. Okay, which magazines is he looking at? I bet he's a runaway. Oh. Curfew ends at 4 a.m. So until then, he evades the eyes of the law by drifting around stores that are open into the early hours. He could pass for 18, but it's always better to err on the side of caution. Not that I have any intention of turning him in. I bear no ill will. It's not like he's shoplifting or anything. There's a dumbass dropout who often works the same shift as me, and I don't want this kid to head towards the same future. I'm happy to let him browse for a while. It'll liven things up a bit. We are lacking in the cute emoto shenanigans. It's all Timu Osamu Dazai. The streets are so deserted this late at night that I feel a certain closeness with strangers glimpsed from the corner of my eye. You know how it is. But even as I hold myself apart, I'm like these people, like that dropout coworker I mentioned before. One's surroundings reflect one's own nature. I too am a character in this setting. I'll be making my exit shortly, though, now that I have my prize money and royalties. Sadly, I shall be tendering my resignation, leaving this liminal space where, at an hourly rate of 1,450 yen, A teenager can work a 10-hour shift and earn more money than they ever imagined. This place is like life's waiting room, but it's time to leave. I'm determined to move forward to my future. Serves you all right. And that's how I spend my days. I used to work somewhere once, and it was like, I was pretty young. It was not a very good job. And I remember one time, someone walked up to me and they were like, wow, this is what you're doing with your life? And I was like, hello? Like, why would you say that to me? I hate humanity and I hate this world. Especially since my sickly little sister was born. She went through a lot before she stabilized, and now we siblings are in a world of our own. Sahana was born 1,000 times smarter than the average person. She's a genius. She was far too advanced for her elementary school, so she stopped going. Did you clap back? I think I was just shocked. I was like, what do I even say to you? Like, I'm not even gonna talk to you. Since my elementary school days, I've always thought deeply on questions such as why people are so cruel and what determines what's right and wrong. The more I thought, the more distant I grew from other people until I started to see inside their heads. Once my mother asked me, "Why don't you like school?" When I asked her if the other moms thought less of her because her kid was a loner, she screwed up her face in disgust and called me a little demon. But I'd asked the question in good faith. I'd heard the concerned buzzing behind her words and I simply wanted to help.
You're still awake, Oni-chan?
Yep, we're still awake. At the sound of my sister's voice, I finally become aware of the time.
Nighttime is for sleeping, you know.
It's the middle of the night. The witching hour, when the whole world slumbers, except for me. I feel bad for keeping Sahana up too, but I don't think she minds. Since neither of us goes to school, the time kept by those in the outside world doesn't really apply to us. There's no point in forcing ourselves to adhere to the logic of a world of which we are not part. Sahana only mentioned the time as a conversation starter, but she wants me to pay attention to her. Twisted as we may be, she still wants us to play at being a happy family. Plus, tucked in bed getting a good night's sleep before school the next day. Oh, kids find it fun to be up late while everyone else their age is getting tucked into bed. Getting a good night's sleep before school the next day. They follow their parents' and teachers' orders, going to school even though they'd rather not. Already being conditioned into wage slavery as they learn to wake with the dawn. It's idiotic. They have no idea how much quieter and more enjoyable the world is at night. I'm so proud of my sister when I compare her to those drones. She'll happily point out her brother's unhealthy habits while having no intention of going to school herself.
Oni-chan, you're mocking people in your head again, aren't you?
No, I'm not. Actually, I was thinking of how proud I am of you.
It's okay. You just justify yourself by looking down on people who live normal lives.
No, I don't. And even if I do think along those lines, I'm not looking down on people. I'm just stating facts.
You'd be lost without me.
That goes both ways. We're two shut-ins together. If one of us left, that's the whole world gone. You can't really say you're living if there's no one else around.
But you can say we're alive in a world with only each other?
I don't know. But we're living more than we would be if we were completely alone, I think. Though only barely. But I'm okay with that.
I'm fine with that too. I'll always be here.
My sister is always cynical, yet always earnest. Yeah, I wonder where she got that from. She's such a weird girl, but that's fine. If she were normal, she'd probably hate her older brother. Plus, she'd be up in the daytime and going to school. She'd set some awful alarm and it'd wake me up too, but because she'd be the good girl doing what she was supposed to, my complaints would be irrelevant. That's how neurotypicals exclude people like us before they even notice us. Those cruel, cruel people.
Hi Z from Serenity Forge. Yeah, we're reading. We're with our sister. Thanks for stopping in. We're just committing slow suicide together. Aren't we, Oni-chan?
That's true. I feel more human when I talk to other humans. この... Oh, dukkha. The truth at the foundation of Buddha's teachings, it means that life is suffering. Don't tell them we love 𝙚motes here. That's not why we played the game. I'm a fan of Buddhism. Of course he is! Of course he is! Oh my god. Like, I see it as a religion of resignation. It's like, this is the way the world is. Get used to it. Things are never going to go the way you want them to. Suffering is the core of life. Any moment without pain is a bonus. You live with the assumption that nothing will go as planned, finding happiness in the rare occasion when it does. But I hate the kind of people who spout nonsense about living without expecting anything from other people. They're liars. Can see it in the color of their emotions. They just want to show off, acting like they know all about suffering and truth. But deep in their eyes, you can see it. They still believe in other people. I mean, if your average person could achieve enlightenment that easily, there'd be no need for Buddhism, would there? So long as you're alive, you'll always be suffering. That's just the way it is. I read a book by a famous psychiatrist. After delving into so many minds, this doctor apparently concluded that moments of peace or joy were rare and fleeting among the harsh realities of life. Really gives you hope, right? Everyone is suffering. Now, I'd really rather not, but it's time I made some human connections in this shitty world. Living is inextricably tied to relationships, so I'm going to power forward while I have even a little motivation. As much as it pains me, experience is necessary sustenance for creative work. Hi, Cyril. To live is to suffer. Now, where shall we go? Where shall we go? Oh. Oh, okay.
Oh, bat!
Critics are men who watch a battle from a high place, then come down and shoot their survivors. Ernest Hemingway. The Hell Zone. Yes. Oh, we're back to the funky BGM. I can't adequately express how much I don't want to go to Lit Club, but I can't stay away forever. I guess the club isn't very lit, is it? I have a connection to maintain here at uni, few and far between as they are. As a member of this pack of petty-minded pedants, I'm expected to show up and submit pieces to their anthologies. Being a published light novel author, I have a reputation to think of. The last thing I want is people going online to snipe at me. Look at Mr. Bigwig over there. He dropped the Lit Club like a hot potato the minute he got published. Participating in events is part of and parcel of being in Lit Club, but it doesn't mean I have to like it. The one currently giving me grief is called the Bungei Furima, the literary flea market. It's the bookworm version of a nerd convention. Ooh, that sounds fun. People show off their novels and essay collections. It's about as interesting as watching paint dry. But it has its fair share of fans, and the attendance keeps growing year after year. You'd be surprised how packed the place can get. Again, it's not like the average nerd convention. There's a feeling in the air that's difficult to capture into words. But it's what makes the place a treasure trove of rare niche pieces of literature. The only problem is the people. Large groups of people are subject to their complexities of human relationships, especially between the sexes, the lust, the need for validation. I hesitate to call it a subculture. A literature nerd lacks the straightforward simplicity of his anime counterpart. So a gathering of them becomes a royal of turbulent emotions. Lit Flea is little more than a popularity contest for the big-name authors anyway. And in that respect, I guess it's no different from any other nerd convention. I'm sure some attendees have genuine literary ambitions. My club, though, pardon my bluntness, but we're simply playing pretend. We hack together a shabby short story collection and try to pass off this hodgepodge of words as literature. Why? Because we can. I don't know who would even want to read this crap. Take that money and go buy a volume of the latest hit manga. Don't waste it on a patchwork of scribblings by wannabe amateurs barely out of high school. It's just a means to hype ourselves up or put each other down. We tried, and trying is half the battle. That almost makes us real authors, we tell ourselves, coddling our collective wounded pride as we press copies into the hands of our close friends and family. We keep hoping that maybe, just maybe, a brilliant editor will stumble upon one of us and lift us up out of the gutter. There's a less than 0.1% chance of that happening, but maybe, as we say, maybe. This time, however, the power dynamic is all askew. See, I'm a published author now. Of a single book, yes, but so what? That's enough to draw out a handful of my fans, curious to see what this rising star has put out next, which should move some product. It doesn't mean much, but ultimately, when you have numbers and a publishing contract on your side, you're the king of the literature club. A shame I never liked being king. It'd be one thing if my club mates were supportive, but they could tolerate anyone but them having a scrap of talent. If they could tolerate anyone but them having a scrap of talent. I just hate it. I hate it, hate it, hate it. I hate their envy. the most noxious of all human emotions. Hey, there's zero energy in the club room, but what else is new? We're all here because we have nowhere else to go. The only time we pretend to be a proper literature club is when we have an event looming over our heads. The rest of the time, we sit around jawing away in the name of literary criticism. At first, we function like a book club, all of us reading the same books and convening to discuss them. Before long, though, we separated into two camps. Those who give a shit, and those who don't. It's hardly surprising. Literature clubs are a haven for people who don't want to be alone, but can't be asked to be social. I wouldn't bellyache so hard if the others would put in the effort. But they don't. They wouldn't know effort if it fit them. There's just one guy who actually cares. One upperclassman who possesses something like a spine. Oh, it's him again.
Well, look who the cat dragged in, Hasiya-kun.
He's got that Red Bull on him! Look at the... You can see his fingerprints on his cell phone too. That's kind of funny.
Hello, Hiyakawa-senpai.
How's the new light novel going?
It's going.
That's Hiyakawa-san. We know! We know! He's in the year ahead of me, a third year. Check out the death glare. What an ugly son of a gun. He's got the personality to match too. Not that I have room to talk on either count. I hope that means you're making progress. It wouldn't do to keep your readers waiting while you finish your lit plea submission. Sarcastic bastard. Again, not that I have the room to talk. Look at the bookmark, actually. It's purple with the little bat on it. It's like flowing a bunch. You know why he brought that up? He's scoping me out. He's eager to hear that I failed. He wants to reassure himself that my first success was just a fluke, a flash in the pan. He's clinging to his position at the top of the little hierarchy by whispering doubt in every ear. So what if he won a Rookie Author Award? He's a one-hit wonder. I know, what is my bookmark doing here? Why did he steal it from me? Things weren't so bad before my book came out, and I sure didn't ask him to feel threatened by me, but here we all are. Until I came along and ruined everything, our club was all people who stood a snowball's chance in hell of getting published. Once he could base his ego on the supposition that he understood literature better than the rest. Now, there's me hanging around, my mere existence thumbing its nose at him and asking, "Where's your Rookie Author Award?" I know, they're so alike, right? Oh, sorry, I forget when I tab out and does that. I try to fix my chat windows. You never hear me say that, of course. That would be next level pathetic. Publishing a single book is small potatoes anyway. But to the average enterprising 20-something wannabe, the distinction between being published and unpublished is night and day. Senpai tries to hide how much it bothers him, but he feels it in his bones that he's a failure. I'd feel bad for him, but I'm not some bleeding heart. He's obnoxious, plain and simple. It'd be one thing if he could write worth a damn, but all he does is skulk around the club room and internet message boards playing pundit. He latches on to whatever is in the limelight and nitpicks it apart. Good critique is easy to spot. If it engages with the text, it's a good critique. Most morons go hunting for what's not in the text. And at that point, it's squibbling for the sake of squibbling. Anyone with a keyboard can say it lacks something, or I didn't get what they were going for. A real critique addresses the text for what it is. Why did the author write XYZ? How does that connect to ABC? You'll never get that from people like Hiyakawa-senpai, obsessed with elements that aren't there. The literary value of a critique is born from the critic's understanding of the text, and he doesn't even form one. Damn! He's terrified that someone will blow the whole thing wide open, or reveal that he can't critique to save his life. He read my debut novel and took it upon himself to offer me heaps of criticism, as any good senpai should. Was he wrong about any of it? No. And that's the frustrating part. Yeah, I left a lot of awkward constructs in the text. Yeah, my over-reliance on metaphor ruined several key tenets of the work. The emotional arcs were too abrupt, and my purple prose was a dead giveaway that I'm a first-time author. Even I blushed over that during a reread. He wasn't wrong. A big part of me wanted to ask, fine, then how come I won the debut award? But I already know what he'd say. I'm good at catering to the illiterate masses. We literary elites know my novel isn't worth the paper it was printed on. It's no wonder this talentless hack can't pump out a sequel. You're not wrong. Things are slow going right now. I'm looking forward to taking a break with this short story for Lit Flea. Short stories make perfect refreshers between longer works.
Remember, people seek us out just to read your story. Try not to let the club down, will you?
I'll do my best, but you should give yourself more credit. I, for one, can't wait to see what you produce. That's what this guy is saying? After everything he's thought about? Oh my god. Oh, I'm sorry. I don't write for a light novel audience. Not like you. He says as though he doesn't care for light novels. Thing is, this guy, he collects waifus. I think the snobbery about light novels being substandard lit is a new thing for him. He's just doing everything in his power to hold together his crumbling pride.
Wow, he collects waifus. I don't know anyone who would do that.
He's directing the film of his own life, and I'm cast as the cocky upstart privileged with the power to churn out Ella and slop. He's staring as the literary genius awaiting discovery by the masses, and he won't let a little thing like reality get in the way. And that's the funny thing about people. We're capable of convincing ourselves of the most ridiculous things to safeguard our egos. And over time, the lies become foundational to our identity. It starts off as a self-defense mechanism, anything to avoid the harsh wake-up call that is reality, and eventually transforms into pure conceit. Someday, I will be one of the great literary greats. It just hasn't happened yet. I'm not saying that it's bad to have a competitive streak. I wouldn't complain half as hard if Hiyakawa-senpai wrote anything with impact, or even if those critiques he litters the internet with had a gram of insight in them. Alas, for us all, he doesn't, and they don't. He may be a competent reader, but he goes on to make it his whole identity. Must be torture to go through life as an utter snob. He's also a philosophy major. Need I say more? Dude, you could be a philosophy major! Shut up! Oh my god! He digs deep into his bag of tricks to convince his fellow members of the poser posse that he's so much more erudite than they are. Through a Heideggerian lens that's not exactly Lacanian. You'd understand if you read the Critique of Pure Reason. Wrap up with a ransom rant bashing Adlerian psychology, and to the uninformed masses, you know everything. You can see now why I have to cut him down to size. He's too fucking annoying. Like I said, I look forward to seeing what you come up with. Right back at you. Don't go tarnishing your industry credentials now. Industry credentials? My god, man, we're in college! He's like talking to like a mirror. But enough wasting my oxygen on him. I actually do need to lock in and make headway on my lit fleet submission. Like Hiyakawa-senpai, I hope to cultivate a reader base that won't knock a short story just for its length. Plus, I figure a published author's piece in a university writing club anthology could be a cool collectible someday. It'll probably fetch a premium if I make it big someday, with anime studios lining up to adapt my work and all. Look at me getting ahead of myself. I'm acting like a kid. Perhaps I'll look into Hiyakawa-senpai's mind, see just how much I riled him up. He hates his doppelganger so bad. Damn that Hasuya. He thinks I couldn't make it in the publishing industry. What does he know? I don't write light novels. I write real literature. The standard for getting published is much higher in my field. I win over readers with my rhythmic, Hemingway-esque laconism. Laconism. Genuine talent wins every time. Anyone can lower themselves to winning a Rookie Author LN prize. All that takes is following trends. Write your dream girl and ta-da! Instant bestseller. Now, if I was to write my dream girl, she'd be a demon girl. She'd be a demon girl. One of those misanthropic types. Give her the face of a fallen angel and the body of a preteen girl, which she'll have a complex about, of course. The slightest brush against her by a mere mortal makes her shudder in horror. Unless it's the protagonist. She doesn't mind him. In fact, she... Okay, I need to stop. Hell hath no cringe like the inner monologue of a wannabe author. Props, though. He is at least thinking about writing. What's your favorite work of Dazai's, Hiyakawa-senpai? Oh, God. Heed my plea. And Akutagawa, the nose, Sakaguchi Ango, the idiot. How about Kanbayashi Chohei? More sci-fi than literary classics, but you know. I'm partial to Tonight If I Sip from the Milky Way. I'm trying to think. The American equivalent. What's the Japanese author everyone likes? Murakami. What's your favorite Murakami book? Huh, I see. You see? You see what? Nothing. I'm not surprised to hear any of it is all. I love messing with him. It almost makes him bearable. What about you? Me? What's your favorite Dazai story? No longer human, duh. Aw, I knew they were gonna say schoolgirl, actually. I couldn't remember the name. All I could remember is that it involved schoolgirl. If I had to pick one, I guess schoolgirl. Huh, interesting choice. He's clearly never read it. That's so funny. One time, I took a lit class in college, and I was the only non-literary like major in there. It was really funny. Like, we all had to go around in class and tell everyone what our major was, and that was not what my major was. I was like, you know, I took this for the credit. I took this because it was open and yeah.
So, what are you gonna write for your story, Oni-chan?
Good question. Whatever fills 10,000 characters, I guess. She has her hair up in a ponytail today. What the hell?
You should write a romance.
Hard pass.
How come?
I don't like romance, and I don't write what I don't like.
You really don't like romance? Not even in the literary sense?
Nope.
That's really funny. When you're such a romanticist.
Why do you think that?
Because you're always writing yourself into the story of your life.
Aw, man, I forgot it always pauses the music when I do that.
What does it mean to be kind, Oni-chan? If someone wants to be seen as kind and they go their whole life without anyone realizing that's their only motivation for performing acts of kindness, were they truly a good person?
Oh. It's animated. A little bit. Okay, so we already did this one, right? What the hell? Oh, monkey! You don't need to understand, but tell me, am I all that bad? Lullaby, lullaby, it's time to part. Lullaby, lullaby, my jagged heart. The checkers. Neuron activated monkey. I guess I should head out for my part-time job. The mere thought makes me roll my eyes. I'd rather forego such menial labor and focus on my writing, but having just the one book published doesn't exactly pay my bills. Dude, he said earlier that to his sister, he was like, yeah, it pays my bills. I can live off it, you know? This guy, the most unreliable narrator. This chud. I'd be a fool to quit my job. I'd rather blow through my royalties in no time. And then where would I be? The same place as an old hooker. Youth squandered from selling their body. Oh my god. There's no greater humiliation in modern Japan than working a part-time job. You trade in your humanity 1 hour at a time for a measly 1,000 yen and change. Your boss is inevitably a high-handed tyrant. Your pay is abysmal. No one wants to work a part-time job. We do it because we have no other recourse. Doubly so if you're a night shift convenience store clerk like I am. Yeah, he's such a performative NEET. The mental gymnastics, the hoops this guy is jumping through. The balding manager is always breathing down our necks, suspecting every underpaid peon of slacking off. Ooh! I can't believe we're allowed to labor under such conditions. It's madness. More paintings. Just the other day, a coworker of mine, 30-something, looked to be a decent enough guy, was caught stealing sheets of postage stamps and given the boot. A single postage stamp is worth no more than 110 yen, but a whole sheet could sell for tens of thousands. Those stamps really add up. I'm almost impressed with his resourcefulness. It helps that we barely talked, and I don't care when a near stranger steals a handful of stamps. He's nobody to me, and they weren't my stamps. And aren't we all living paycheck to paycheck, just trying to make ends meet anyway? We're all lunatics underneath the thin veneer of social acceptability. Look at me. I'm nothing but a downtrodden, cynical college student. The Gleaners. Oh. I work nights because I hate interacting with people. My shift lasts from 10 p.m. to 8 a.m. Night shifts pay extra. Of course, extra is peanuts compared to the vast riches the esteemed office worker is raking in every month. My pay comes at the cost of no longer waking with the salubrious rays of the rising sun. Yet, there's no end of people desperate to snap up a little extra cash. Thus, they fall into the working nights pipeline. First you skip class, then you repeat a year, and pretty soon, you're dropping out. Am I on the road to being a college dropout? I'm sure other people think so. They look at me and think, he's throwing his whole life away. And they're right. I don't give a damn about college credits anymore. If I'm gonna fail all my classes anyway, I might as well drop out and focus on my writing career. It's cheaper than repeating a year. Don't I sound fancy? A writing career? I'm a regular starving artist, a bohemian. Yet, to describe myself as a bohemian implies planning, intention. The truth is, I'm simply wandering my way through life. People who plot out their futures aren't equipped to be writers. Or so I tell myself. I'm still writing this sob story in my mind at the store where I work. Okay, this is gonna sound so crazy, but this looks like the Sora 24 on like the corner in Blue Archive. You know what I mean? If the perspective angle was different and it was showing it head on. Actually, it doesn't have this gate here. But still. Doesn't it kind of look like it? The customer's brains have long since atrophied for lack of use. All that runs through their decaying gray matter is convenience, convenience, convenience. Convenience, convenience. Of course, the workers are all the same. All they think of is money, 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 money. Welcome to an alternative dimension where all that matters is clocking out the second your shift is over. I'm coping. Oh, so this is why it's the monkey image. Boom. An engine purr cuts through the stillness of the night. Unfortunately for me, it heralds the arrival of my illustrious colleague, the gentleman with whom I have the pleasure of sharing this evening. He's a prick. Oh, of course they don't get along. Sup, buddy? The picture of a troglodytic biker, bro. They're like exact opposites. He's got an awful shock of tacky blonde hair. He has the intelligence of a monkey and a lack of any other redeeming qualities. Granted, he isn't unattractive. That's probably how he managed to get by. His handsome looks and amiable attitude mask the dearth of brain activity. I know his type. He'll get a girl pregnant when they're both much too young, realize he's gotta provide for his growing family somehow, and run out to get a real job. The next thing you know, he's bought a giant car to take his happy family on camping outings and road trips. Here comes baby number 2. Here comes baby number 3. Oh well, what can he do? Better hop down to the furniture store and buy a new crib. He was big into motorbikes as a teen, and now he transforms his passion into a career in the auto industry. It helps that he's always been an active type. He does good work. He gets paid a decent wage. He yells at his kids when they screw up. He blubbers with pride at their school plays. He never thinks a complex thought, and he lives a happy life surrounded by wife, kids, and similarly bonehead bros. All hypothetical, of course. Don't you think it's strange how backwards it all is? Why is society set up to reward the morons and punish the thinking men? I've never seen this cretin look unhappy once. It's just not fair. Hey man, don't be jealous of me. So much for the protagonist's mind reading. What are you talking about? I'm not jealous of you. You sure? You look like you are. Either way, happy to be working with you. Biker bros are a society of animals. It's no wonder they have such sharp instincts. They rely on them to survive. That explains why my coworkers are so good at reading people. Kinda like me. He hones his survival instincts because that's the one thing standing between him and disqualification from this rat race we're unequipped to run. Back at the convenience store with my bro. Actually, I'm gonna go get more water real quick. My voice is so scratchy still. Hold on, I will be right back. Hello. I keep thinking about it. This guy is the spirit of being 19 years old. At least for me. It feels sometimes it feels similar. Other times I look at him and I'm like, oh my god, where'd the game go? Sometimes I look at what he's saying and I'm like, what are you doing? Why are you saying this? Anyway, the game will probably show back up when I click on it again. There we go. Cool. Our shift begins now. No, I don't think like him anymore. Like, I'm kind of like, should I even like keep playing this? I don't know how much I'm enjoying this, to be honest. I think his worldview is so cynical. I don't really vibe with it. There's not enough little sister. Like if I do the if I do the Steam refund, like not enough little sister. It's like something about it is just so, well, obviously it's negative, but like, should I just stop playing it? I'm wondering if I should stop playing it, because if it's been almost 2 hours at this point, I'm kind of like, I don't know how much interest I have. I have more faith in this game because she knocked reality into his head. The punchline is taking a bit long. Yeah, I don't know. It's kind of annoying. I don't really like his mindset. The Ame is like from Needy Streamer Overload. I think she has more. Somehow she has like more kindness in her heart. Like especially towards like the reader and stuff. Or towards P-chan and everything. I know she's crazy, but this guy sucks ass, dude. Our shift begins now. I step out into the shop at 10, taking over for the high school kid who's been here since 6. There's not a foil for him, no. It's just like his sister is the foil. Well, yeah. The glint of energy in the kid's eyes sickens me. I can't stand high schoolers and their enthusiasm for working. They don't know what the night shift means, and the despondency, the black ooze that seeps from the checkout counter after 10 p.m. This is the witching hour, the time for us to undead to creep from our crypts unmolested by the light of the sun. This is the vitality and love for work reverse. You know, if I was like a teenager again, I think I would really fuck with this. But I'm not. And this guy is like, oh, high schoolers. Didn't he say he was like 19? At most, he's like 21. I think he's still 19. You mind manning the register, dude? I'm gonna go restock the shelves. Night is the time to replenish goods and pull food off the shelves that's reached its expiration date. We must do all we can to send off the hard-working adults and the cheerful young college students to their happy, fulfilling days. Silently smiling, we work, a labor of love for the living. He's like a first or second year in college. I ring up the handful of shoppers that trickle in throughout the night, in between cleaning up the deep fat fryers. The stench is horrendous. A product of the buckets of oil we feed these machines to pump out the buckets of food to feed us. Hold on. I gotta take my tea bag out of the tea, because lately I have problems like oversteeping my tea too much. There we go. Haha, tea bag. Every uneaten piece of junk food I toss into the trash makes me curse this culture of mass consumption further. いらっしゃいませ. An overweight shopper decides he's overweighting. He yells out the numbers of his preferred brand of cigarettes. 514. This one. Oh, I didn't know it was an actual click. 514, you said. かしこまりました. How big is your teacup? Not that big. Hurry it up, kid. I hate people who come in to buy cigarettes. They're the worst. Who do they think they are, ordering me around with their numbers? I'm not a convict. Some people are just really rude for no reason. An ugly floozy is curt with me. Give me a 417. Can you pick the wrong one? Maybe my speed matters here? I'm not sure. Maybe she reserves her smile for the patrons who stuff 10,000 yen bills into her bra. Bro, this guy's crazy. 616. Sure is cold out there, huh? This one's a small talker. I don't mind the chatty types, but something about them breaks my heart. Not in a big way, and not in a way I can put into words. But my heart is nonetheless broken. This guy is insufferable. They say it's gonna rain tomorrow. That's right, a shame. We exchange words of little substance and time drags on. It's better when there are customers. Having someone else around almost makes the agony bearable. The thing is, a night shift is a battle against time. The goal is not to look at the clock. Its sluggish hands only inspire rage, which is why it's better when there are customers. An interaction can make the minutes fly by. Meanwhile, he's complaining about the guy who wanted to small talk with him. Oh my god. The true trial begins after midnight. Once the trains stop running, the customers drop off to nothing. There's no one to talk to but your coworker, and there's nothing to do but slowly, laboriously, excruciatingly prepare for the morning rush. It is ennui elevated to an extreme. See, when I'm in a situation like this, my coworker, I try to make them my best friend. I yap their ears off. That's just the way you pass the time. You talk to your coworker and you're like, oh, where did you used to work? Oh my gosh, what do you like doing? What school did you go to? What? Alright, that's good enough. Let's sit back and kick it. Yeah, let's kick it! You got it, Dokudami. Sitting back and kicking it is. The guy's got a hell of a surname, Dokudami. It means chameleon plant. I've heard tales of convenience store workers using fake names to put off mean customers. But this man would never need a fake name to deter would-be complainers. Between his name and his punk appearance, he was born to work the night shift. A lot of bento boxes to throw out today. You want one? It's fried chicken. Ooh, hell yeah, give me the karaage bento. We switch into slow mode once the customers are gone. We have a list of things to finish by morning, but they'll get done eventually. Mopping the floors, cleaning the bathrooms, restocking the bottled drinks, that sort of thing. No more than 2 or 3 hours of work, even if we chat while we work and we take our sweet time with it. If we're slow enough, we can make the work last until the morning rush. Then the commuters fill the store and tie me up at the cash register until 8 o'clock rolls around and my shift ends. I collect my paycheck, 10,000 yen or near enough, and head home. 温めますか? I'm gonna hit the slots after work tomorrow morning. They got a promo coming on. You should come with me and help me enter the lotto. I'll buy your ticket off of you if you get a good number. He wants to be friends! A convenience store night shift, therefore, is a matter of waiting out the clock with a coworker. The nature of the coworker determines the difficulty of this exercise. Prior to Dokudami, my last fellow inmate was a fatso in his 40s. He peaked in high school and wouldn't let me forget it. I saw him drooling over internet escorts during breaks, and every word out of his mouth was about sex. Sex, sex, sex. It was pure torture. He's gone now, and good riddance. See, this guy's pretty good. You know a lot about computers, right? Know anything about crypto? I hear it's a good investment. If you're interested, try it. I know a crypto app you could download. I don't, but Google will remedy that. I don't know, I tried it once, but I got confused when it came to making the wallet thing. I don't see the point in putting a bunch of work into it if it won't pay off in the end, you know? That's why I was asking if you knew how it worked. If it was easy to make money through crypto, everyone would be doing it. Yeah, figures. Guess I'll just stick to pachinko. Why don't you put money in a government investment account? It's called a NISA. You could build up a decent amount over time. A what now? A Nissan? You're telling me the government goes around giving people cars? That's wild, bro. Hook me up. I gave you the chicken bento, so you owe me. Get real. If the government handed out cars, I wouldn't be working this crummy part-time job. Yeah, figures. It's decent of him to ignore the way I treat him like shit. He annoys me, but at least he's mildly entertaining that I can't be bored with him. Certainly never enough to try reading his mind. Still, I don't want to get too chummy. Riker bros are petty crime recidivists, and it's better to keep a careful distance. I compartmentalize. He's a guy I talk with until morning comes, and then we both go our separate ways. What made you start working here, Dokudami-san? The money, man. I don't care. They don't care if I dye my hair here either. All the math's done by the cash register, so I don't have to use my head or nothing. And who can pass up free bento boxes, am I right? I know, this guy looks like a saint right now. More like bento boxes you're sneaking out of trash cans, but okay. Always take the expired food from work. That said, there's a tacit agreement that we can take whatever expired food product we want, provided we keep it on the down low. The manager would chew me out if I got caught, but I'd quit on the spot if he tried to yell at me, and he knows this. To keep the peace, he makes sure we fulfill our bare minimum obligations and otherwise leaves us to our own devices. You know what we're treated like? Brownies. Helpful fairies who tidy up the store for next to nothing and vanish at dawn. We're barely human in his eyes. I know, in this context, he's great, though. You do any drugs, Hasayachi? Ah, here it comes. I was gonna say, my coworkers never invited me to do anything with them. They only invited me to, like, go smoke weed or something, and I'm like, I'm not doing that. I'm not doing that. What are you, a cop? Nah, sorry, I'm just curious. I'm not trying to push nothing. I pop a sleeping med now and then, or the odd mind-altering substance. Never enough to get addicted. Getting high off of sleeping meds? What's that like? Nah, not that kind. Newer sleeping meds don't have weird amnesia effects. They're safer that way. You're thinking of older medications. Am I? Well, I don't know about sleeping meds. I conk out the minute I hit the sack. that all they do? Make you sleep? Don't need that. So unrelatable. So unrelatable. Yes, that's all they do, which is why they're called sleeping meds. I'm talking to a man with an IQ of 5. That being said, it's nice to hold a conversation that doesn't require peeping into my interlocutor's mind. There's a feeling of safety almost. I don't have to think before I speak. This rare degree of spontaneity whenever we shoot the shit represents to me the platonic idea of a casual conversation. The whole point of life is enjoying it. If you're not having a good time, then you're doing it wrong. You've got the meaning of life all figured out, huh, Dokudami-san? Sure do. We're here, so we might as well make the most of it. I don't get all your cynicism, Hasiyachi. Feels like a waste of time. You can think what you like, man, but if you ever want to live a little, you know who to call. Tell him. By live a little, you mean never think about anything? You say that, but you're just as dumb as me. Me? Dumb? Neither. Sure, neither of us know shit. That's why we live like a couple of dumbasses. Overthinking's a waste of time. Leave the thinking for the eggheads, that's my motto. The brainiacs can dream up a world for us, and punks like me can sit back and nibble on the fruits of their labor. It's that way for everything, even pachinko. You only gotta play on promo days when they rig the machines in your favor. I put serious effort into never thinking seriously, and it pays off big time. It's unfair how quickly he and his ilk can see right to the heart of the matter. No wonder we overthinkers, we nihilistic nerds never stop bashing these animalistic punks. We're as incompatible as oil and water. Yeah, I used to think about that a lot when I was a teenager. I'm like, the more you think, the more miserable you are. Like, in that sense, I can relate to the MC a little bit. I was really mad because I felt like no one else was thinking and everyone... Teenager things. Thailand, right? Fucking love that place. Cute girls everywhere. Cute guys, too. You think they're hot chicks and wham, they pull out their... 2 for the price of 1. You know what I'm saying? You get to play hella loud music all night long. Grab someone for a lay and then sleep right there. It's awesome. Thai people, they got this saying they love, right? Mai pen rai. It means do whatever, man. It'll all work out. Those guys are pure optimists, so no matter what happens, they're happy. Yeah, mentality is everything. You have to put things into perspective. Just being a Japanese citizen grants you greater privileges than most of the globe. Exactly. Doesn't matter if you're jobless and poor. My pen rai, man. My pen rai. Femboys, my man! But while the Thai are doing their my pen rai thing, a bunch of white dudes are coming in and turning the country into a tourist attraction. Next thing you know, tourism powers the whole damn economy and locals get priced out of their homes. Now there's no stopping it. The whole country's a drug den and a fuck palace for white tourists. Let me tell you something, Hasiyachi. You can't care too much, but you also can't let people walk all over you. You can't let people beat you because they'll take everything. You're saying there's someone you want to beat. God, I guess. Whoever was irresponsible enough to make this world so damn unequal. If I can make some money for doing very little, have some fun, live the good life, and then figure out that makes me the winner of this stupid game, make a little cash at this job, win more at gambling, get rich, I'm set for life. I'll die and wake up to a big "you win" screen. Assuming you do win more at gambling. Assuming shit. Even if I lose, I'll just keep going. Actually, it's more important to lose a little. You gotta have something to aim for. Something that keeps you hungry. That's why I aim to win and take a little loss on the side. What matters is having a winning mindset. You never want to lose on purpose, I told you already. You gotta keep fighting with everything you have. Keep losing and keep taking it easy. That's dumbass life's philosophy right there. You've put some real thought into this. Sure, being a punk's all about the mindset, the aesthetic. Anyway, here's a vape with a little something extra in it. Got it in Thailand. I like his eyeliner that makes him look punk. It's funny. See, here comes the petty crime. Not that I care. Morality can fuck off. You've got some time to kill. You want to light up with me? You just said you weren't gonna push anything. Dude, don't be such a buzzkill. Smoking alone is no fun. But hey, if you don't wanna, that's cool too. Never hurts to try something new, I guess. Here, your turn. Also, it's not even illegal. I mean, the government doesn't know about it yet, so it's pre-regulated. I don't care what the law says. Doesn't really matter, because regardless, we'll get fired if we get caught. Dude, he's gonna get like so high and have some crazy revelation. The MC, I'm so scared for him right now. ¿Quieres? Haha, man, who cares? Who's gonna care? Even if they see us on security cams, they'll just think we're vaping. Fair. Hi, fisherman. There's a kind of wisdom that comes with being a punk. A part of a feral lifestyle, I guess. Well, why not? If he gets caught, I'm fired anyway, so I might as well join him. I take the pen he offers me and raise it to my mouth. I'm not sure what to do. I've never smoked a cigarette before. Oh, this is gonna go so badly. Dokudami has the gall to snicker at me, but I try not to let it get to me. I'm too creeped out by the thought of my lips touching something he had in his mouth. No, we're not marrying our sister. We're marrying this guy. You gotta inhale. Make it go down into your lungs. Holding it in doesn't do anything. You know that one meme? I love that one. Didn't like that. You'll get better with practice. What's supposed to happen now? Dokudami is low-key carrying this entire game right now. He's like, besides the sister, this is like the one likable character. I don't know. They just gotta relax and enjoy it. Some people have a bad time on their first trip, but hey, my pen rye. Dude is gonna go crazy. They're about to... Oh god. I feel kind of woozy. Oh no! Oh no! Haha. That's how you know it's working. Honestly, thank God for getting high. Only thing that makes these damn night shifts bearable. His braying laughter rings inside my skull. Meanwhile, the clunk of the air conditioner falls into a rhythm that's oddly soothing to my ears. Now I understand what people mean when they talk about auditory stimulus bringing pleasure to the brain. Oh my god, he's getting so close. The screen is getting so close. Oh my god. Hey, Hatsuyachi. How you liking this? Oh my god, they're gonna kiss, dude. I don't know. It feels weird. Man, you're stupid. You're weird for slumping over and muttering to yourself. You gotta enjoy it. Laugh it up. We're both being weird. Even thinking is becoming too much of a bother. Some part of me wants to give in to this lethargy and let myself relax. Is this what it means to turn your brain off? Maybe Dokudami is onto something. If we're both weird, then his no-brain approach is by far the easier way to live. You'll be okay. This isn't even that strong, man. Right. Let's get back out there and restock some shelves. I might be able to, but you shouldn't. Your eyes are too red. And no one's gonna notice. People who come in this late are all crazy anyway. I mean, fair? Oh, his eyes are still crazy. I managed barely to wobble through the rest of my shift at a snail's pace. I've never seen the sun so stabbing bright and I hate it. Dokudami, on the other hand, is waltzing off to the pachinko parlor. I was going to yell at him for getting me high, but when he claps me on the shoulder with a big grin and says, "That was fun," I just don't have the heart to tell him off. It's only for a few hours anyway. I can go home, sleep it off, and return to my old gloomy self. But until then, my pen ride. My pen ride. Weed is super illegal in Japan. I don't know if that's what they were like referencing, but sorry, Moto, I'm super high right now.
You stayed out all night, Oni-chan.
And you're still awake, Sahana. It's not healthy to be up so late.
It's healthy to be awake at 9 a.m. That's school time.
But you're not going to school, are you?
Nope.
You should go every now and then. Even I go out for work.
What a good boy you are, Oni-chan. Your eyes are kind of red.
Oh, yeah.
Society is cruel, but you can't give in to it. You're not allowed to cry.
I'm not giving in, and I'm not crying. Screw society.
You can't conform to it either. You fight it, and you interrogate it. Never forget that. The world is a cold place, and you don't need to adapt yourself to it.
I talk to people at work, you know. There's this dumb dropout kid, though he's actually got more going on between his ears than you think.
Is he your friend?
No, we're not friends. I talk to him because he's there, that's all.
There are some things you can learn by watching from afar. Sahana knows.
What do you know? Come on, I'm off to bed. Find a book to read or something.
I'll stay beside you until you fall asleep.
Sure, if you want to.
I do. Good night. While everyone else is at school, I'll sit here and read. I'll read lots and lots of books and learn about the world through their pages.
Yeah? I'll keep borrowing more from the library then.
Thanks. In this world, he who finds happiness wins, Oni-chan. Sleep well, Oni-chan. Good night, Oni-chan.
Good night. Apparently, having a brain that struggles to feel happy is a product of your genes. It's the luck of the draw, the genetic lottery. You're simply built that way. Born into a life where anxiety and anguish will be your constant companions. Even in moments that should, for all intents and purposes, be happy ones.
Have you found happiness? I'm trying every day. That's all that matters. Is this like Caterpillar?
I'm a caterpillar, always hungering. I'm a caterpillar, always feeding. The human chair, the caterpillar. What? No monkey again? I don't know what choosing the same one does. Yo, Hasuya. Still haven't fixed your posture, huh? You look like a hunchback. It sounded like the Checkers was like a song, right? Are they all songs? I mean, the 𝚚mote might be imaginary. I have a feeling. Hero. We'll see. I'm seeing my buddy for the first time in a while. If I described us as bros, it'd give the impression that we're closer than we really are. It'd be more accurate to say that we use each other, two weirdos together, get to pretend to be normal. Is this supposed to be caterpillar music? Every now and then we get together to hit up the otaku stores. It's been our thing since middle school, but now that we're at different universities, our interests have drifted apart. And we only hang out every few months or so. Still, our connection has proved resilient, so I suppose in the end, we really are bros. Nice to see you haven't changed, Igusa. From my perspective, he's matured with shocking ease into a nerdy student with no particular special qualities. He plays the latest mobile games, occasionally buys merch, talks about the anime du jour, and sometimes does a little gaming. There was a time when he was more passionate about this stuff, but with the pressure of completing his dissertation and job hunting, he started to talk more about real-life stuff than fiction. Basically, he's hiding out in his college chrysalis, soon to emerge a corporate drone. Ah, it's very literal. the caterpillar, I see. From his point of it's literally us, right? When you get a job and you don't have time to watch anime, so sad. From his point of view, he'll have his fair share of struggles, but from an outsider perspective, I'm sure it'll be smooth sailing. He'll manage to find a job, he'll start working, and while grappling with the tension between personal fulfillment and the daily grind, he'll earn a decent salary and get into a decent relationship. The next natural step will be marriage, and then he'll do his best to raise the kids in a somewhat stable home, ultimately passing his hopes and dreams to the next generation. That's not necessarily a bad thing, but to a creative person, normality is the enemy. So real. I agreed. Though there's no malice to them, the banal words and gestures of these... Oh! Claudia Raid, hello! Oh my god, are you guys done early or am I just streaming late? I usually raid into Claudia on Twitch, so it's really funny. I'm done early? Welcome! I'm reading a depressing visual novel. Oh, thank you for the gifted! Thank you for the gifted, Tango. Thank you, thank you. Early for work tomorrow? We were just talking about how work keeps you from watching anime and fiction. Oh my god. Yeah, trigger warning for the raiders. This guy, the protagonist of this visual novel is like the most depressing person ever. I almost quit reading this because this guy is so insufferable, but there are some good parts, so I will continue reading for now. And I will say, I do appreciate, I think the localization team worked really hard on this, and the fact that the creator of this game was the creator of Needy Streamer Overload, and then a lot of his rights got taken away from that game, and so I think he made a lot less money off of it. Because like a lot of the contract stuff kind of fell through. And so this being like another one of his original games, I don't mind supporting it and supporting all the people that brought this to life. So for that reason, I will keep it and I will keep playing it a bit. But yeah, welcome to the Timu Osamu Dazai zone. We're hanging out with our bro. Let's see. Though there's no malice to them, the banal words and gestures of these normal people chip away at the creative heart. When I joined my university lit club with a serious focus on writing, I couldn't hide my scorn at the way people acted like writers with a capital W. Most people have a fleeting dream of being an author at some point in their lives, but 99% of them never achieve it. Igusa, of course, was silently betting that I'd give it up to pursue a real career. When he wished me good luck, there was no sneer hidden behind the words. He did, though, expect to make jokes at my expense later, whenever I grew bored of the creative life. A pretty typical mindset. How did that turn out for him? Ooh, look at those big pieces of sushi. That's awesome. Big falafel. There's something awkward about him today. While he leers at an anime girl keychain in the otaku shop, he surreptitiously gauges my reaction. In my presence, his actions resemble a caterpillar's, crawling, wriggling grotesquely along the ground. His mind is overcast. You ordered pizza! I was thinking about pizza today. I've been thinking about pizza. I haven't had pizza in so long. The average person is easily swayed by power and authority. You haven't ordered pizza, but you might. You know what time it is? I had pizza last night, eating tacos now. I almost had pizza for dinner. I saw like this edit someone made of like, they posted on Twitter, they were like, I can't get pizza, so I made this edit of pizza, and it was like a slideshow of different pieces of pizza. It was pretty awesome. It made me want pizza really bad. Instead, I made air fryer tofu today. That's what I ate. Average person is easily swayed by power and authority. To a regular college guy with job hunting worries on his mind, a published author who won a debut prize is, in terms of hierarchy, up in the stratosphere. Inferiority, jealousy, envy, it all blends together in a confusion of murky emotion. A sludgy, dirty gray like when you mix together all the paints on your palette. He's fallen into this stagnant murk. You'd think upon seeing his friend again after so long, he'd greet me with congratulations on my achievement, but he couldn't do it. His blended pride and guilt torment him over his inability to celebrate his friend's new start. The disparity between his emotional turmoil and his attempts to act natural remind me of a caterpillar's wiggling, twisting walk. What anime have you been watching lately, Igusa? Oh, this guy is not watching anime. There's no way. Anime? You know, this and that. You know, I watched like Free Run. That's the answer I think he's giving. He's being vague. His emotions are shifting into fear. Desperate to protect his own self-esteem, he breaks into a cold sweat. He's afraid to voice his thoughts on anime and manga, to reveal his preferences to an author. He dreads coming across as shallow or leaving a vulgar impression.
How about you, Hasuya?
I'm more about books these days.
Yeah, figured. You're an author now, after all. The sense of invincibility felt by university students is a complex thing. You graduated high school and officially become an adult. You're tasting freedom for the first time. The web of your relationship grows. You can stay out past 10 p.m. without getting yelled at. You can drink and smoke at your own discretion. It's like that feeling you get in an RPG after you finally finish the long-ass tutorial when the map opens up and there's an entire world to explore. He must have felt like he could do anything. And he must have been deeply wounded to discover the vast gulf between the sense of power and freedom and the realities of life. What is this painting? This has to be a real painting too, right? Freedom breeds inequality. The popular kids breeze through life. The gap between him and his peers widens. He goes on social media and he finds some guy he remembers as a fellow outcast who has gone viral with his shorts. All while his insecurities and biases relentlessly hollow out his still developing soul. Igusa is desperately trying to prevent his pride from taking a beating. Up until now, he's had the upper hand between us, being the one looking for a real job. In comparison, I was the wannabe writer working the night shift at a convenience store. If my books never went anywhere, I'd be cast out into the world and left to rot in the dead-end part-time jobs. By then, Igusa would be moving forward as a gainfully employed member of society. I chose this path, so I didn't care. But my chancy lifestyle put his mind at ease. Igusa's not all that clever. I expect his university life is, at best, mediocre. I rarely read any hint of self-confidence from him. There's an anxiety, like he's trying to convince himself of his own validity. That's what it's like to be a waste of space, and at the same time, a sense of relief. At least I'm doing better than Hasuya, damned to that part-time hell forever. In the hierarchy of fellow failures, being able to scrape by as an office pleb becomes a form of identity. This guy sucks so bad, right? Oh, I miss what's his name so bad. I miss our bro at the convenience store. Please. Basically, he's freaking out because the tables have turned and he's no longer looking down on me from a safe space up above. He's been talking about this for like 5 minutes! Once our excruciating hike through the otaku shops is over, we head to a cafe. Igusa starts conspicuously vaping and his confidence increases slightly. Seems like he wanted to show that off. Yeah, he's a student and he can do that kind of thing. A gray haze, fainter than the chaotic brain fog of his emotions, clouds my vision. Perhaps feeling that he has the edge now, he finally broaches the main topic. So, how does it feel being a big shot author? He's still not fully over it. Adding that snarky big shot is him trying to make himself feel better by taking a dig at me, acting like I don't have the talent to warrant real respect. He's trying to convince himself that my prize win was a fluke. He might even be right. After all, I haven't published a follow-up yet, so I could end up a one-hit wonder. I'm still a newcomer, a baby who's taken one small step. Still, from the perspective of your average otaku, it's more like a giant leap to the moon. It's pretty rough, to be honest. I don't know what I'm gonna do about the sequel. Pretty sure winning the debut prize was just a fluke. Nah, man, you got this. You got that special something, you know? Actually, hold on. I need to check something real quick. I hate that it pauses the music every time. When I play it down... Oh, that's not what I wanted to check. Please. Oh, when I play it down, he's obviously relieved. At least, in terms of our interactions, when he gets to play the good friend calming the nervous newbie, he feels like he's a step above me. Is life the constant repetition of these charades? Hey, you're the one who writes those long, passionate posts where you get all philosophical about the realitat of moe anime. It's important! Actually, that reminds me. My lit club's putting out a zine soon. Why don't you contribute something? Hold on, I have to ask about pizza. Are you serious? No way I can't submit something like that. I just write whatever pops into my head at the moment. Moe anime is serious. He's right about that. His posts are slapdash trash. Not even worthy of a polite praise. Still, people online are probably impressed by their sheer length. People like to go herring off after new pursuits, and this dabbling shoves their face into their own limitations. Through this process, they transform. Now you're ordering pizza too? No? Maybe? Let's all order pizza together. Do you want pizza? Are you ordering pizza? His posts are cobbled together from the provocative options found on clickbait news websites. Whether you're gushing over something or tearing it apart, any extreme position garners reactions. And some people did respond to his essays, giving him a tiny taste of success. You know what they say, my pen rye. Yeah, I don't have any drugs. But my pen rye anyways, am I right? The good thing about Igusa is that he's content with that. He won't get delusions of grandeur and start writing more biased pieces, seeking praise from people who already agree with him. He's nothing if not a coward. He chose a college degree and a work-a-day life so as not to stray from the societal herd. You're a lucky guy, Hasuya. Girls are gonna be throwing themselves at you in Lit Club. Depressingly, a university student's every passion seems to boil down to sex. Sounds like the writer is shitting on Twitter twitlonger essayists. Honestly based. There's not even twitlonger anyway. The people on Twitter are the people with Twitter blue who can write like 8 paragraphs in one tweet. He wants to see whether I'll steal a march on him and be the first of us to get a girlfriend. It's one thing for him to accept that my talent has been rewarded, but it's another more terrifying prospect for his friend to taste that delicious fruit before him. To a horny college guy, realizing that your friend is more attractive to the opposite sex is a crushing defeat. Is that true? I guess so. He's praying that I at least won't be hit with the ladies. Maybe it's okay for me to send him home with a little taste of that bitterness. It might light a fire under his ass and push him to change. I don't know. I haven't really gotten any of that at the club, but I've gotten some DMs from e-girls and cosplayers and stuff. E-girls and cosplayers and stuff. Yas. Deluxe pizza. Wait, for real girls? Are they hot? How many? Oh, that's right. We were talking about this earlier, how we were getting DMs from girls. How many? Yeah, I'm getting DMs from girls who want to be VTubers. Bro is basically Saikuno. Every time the music pauses, I'm typing furiously about getting pizza. I'm sorry. I'm sorry for even saying, do you know what time it is? I was wrong in my ways to say that you can't get pizza at this hour. I deserve it after reading this.
Pizza.
Wow, he devoured the bait. At least try to hide your thirst. I'm not really interested in them, but I can see why they're competent enough to slide into people's DMs. They've got the looks. Seriously, dude? He's genuinely shocked by this revelation. Yeah, he's a complete fool, but it's kind of endearing. He fits the dumb but pure stereotype. But people don't like being pinned on the wall. They wriggle. Huh? Hey, why don't we meet up with one of them together? Have you seen the shit filters they can do nowadays? We can see how they compare in reality. How sleazy. How vulgar. It's all just pathetic, down to the way he casually offers a rationalization for him to meet these girls. Though I can't see right through him. He's still hanging his meager hopes on the belief that he'll have more luck with a woman than me, thanks to his prospects of stable employment. That I'll come off as a misanthrope and he'll glow by comparison. Deep down, though, lies the even more frivolous wish that he might get to meet a cute girl. Every reaction is exactly as expected. He feels at ease when he can look down on someone else. He becomes slavish when he knows he's been outstripped. A caterpillar squirming along exactly as programmed. A vile, pathetic caterpillar. Still, here in Japan, there's a reasonable chance that if you put in a reasonable amount of effort, you can be reasonably happy. We all start with a huge advantage simply by virtue of being born in this country. It's true, you can just be a salaryman. For like ever, you know? Count your blessings, Igusa. As you start your new life and your new career and metamorphose into a functioning adult, you'll forget all about me. We're headed down different paths. The only thing I'm sure of is that we need to put a healthy amount of distance between us before we can hurt one another and grow disillusioned. Damn, a literary master's life sure is a lonely one. I'm cringing so hard too. This guy is like so insufferable. Oh, she's not wearing a ponytail today. Oh my god. Like, I can see where his line of thought comes from sometimes, but I definitely don't think like him now. He needs to broaden his horizons. It's so like being really young is like you always think you know everything and you're so sure. And even when you're told you don't know everything, you still think you know everything. He needs to learn my pen rhyme.
You've got an even stranger look on your face today, Oni-chan.
Really? I can't tell. What do I look like to you?
Kind of like you have a guilty conscience.
What's that supposed to mean? Be more concrete.
You met up with your friend today, didn't you?
Yeah.
I'm guessing he was weird about you becoming a published author?
Kinda, yeah. It takes a lot for someone in his position to offer a sincere congratulations.
Did it make you feel good to see him squirm?
Can you read minds now?
I'm playing at being you. You're the one who enjoys deciding what other people are feeling.
I can't really call myself an author.
I guess not, but your book is published and available nationwide, and that's some proof of level of recognition.
Not enough for a second printing. I'm in the red right now. I'm just a burden on the publisher. Dude, this guy, he went from, yeah, I'm making a living off my book to, yeah, I gotta, my book can't, like, sustain me, and now he's in the red. Hello?
Still, your talent is being recognized, and that's amazing.
Is he only grounded around her? I don't even know how much he's grounded around her. It's still nice while it lasts. But it's a good theory. There's something to pay attention to.
Adults sure have it rough. I'm sure the time will come when it's your turn to feel inferior to your friend. We never know where life will take us.
I don't care about other people.
I suppose that's relatively true.
Talk about loaded phrasing.
Well, for as long as we're alive, we'll always be fighting against other people in our heads.
Dude, his sister is not real. He is having a conversation with himself. His sister is not real. My creative work is motivated by spite. I write as an oblique criticism of everyone who is able to get through life without resorting to such foolishness. Chaos Head remake. Nanami is real in Chaos Head. Okay. Okay. Fighting my own ass in the desert. Oh, Diamond Ring. Oh, this one's gonna be awful, dude. Diamond Ring or Fox with the jewels. All right. I just miss our bro, man. I miss our bro so bad. Biting me in your head. Washing machine.
Will you take me out dancing even when I'm old?
No miniskirt for me, outshone by the youth. Will you take me for a drive even when I'm old? Cruising along with the top down, wind blowing in our hair. Chisato Moritaka, even when I'm old. Someone's gotta make a playlist of all these songs.
What?
My sister and I are so weird that you must be wondering what the hell our parents are like. Oh no, not his parents! Okay, let me drink some tea, hold on. Well, they're perfectly normal. Genetics is complicated, and yes, very rarely something happens that reminds me that we're really blood related. But I turned out darkly twisted, and while Sahana is pale, sickly, and incredibly smart... Well, Sahana is pale, sickly, and incredibly smart. And now, well, here we all are. We weren't born into a particularly happy house. A particularly happy household. Miso soup, hamburger, and rice. Nice. Look, it's the hot mom, bonkers. Aren't you happy? Then again, it's not the worst. Our parents are fine with Sahana skipping school.
And now that I'm in college, they don't really interfere with my life. They're arguably kinda neglectful, which isn't great, but on the other hand, at least they're not those tiger parents you hear about. The tiger parents! At night, our father wolfs down his dinner and disappears into his room. We linger at the table eating slowly. My parents have their own worries, but for better or worse, they share a pretty typical outlook on life. They just ignore stuff and hope time will magically fix their problems. I know because I can see their thoughts. The problem is, their relationship has grown cold and it's begun to warp them. As they age, they're walking down the classic path of middle-aged sleaziness. Our mother is in some weird battle of one-upmanship with her mom friends, while our father is constantly cheats on her. They barely speak anymore, but they stay together for appearances. They have some affection for Sahana, but since she's a gifted child, they're hoping that she'll bring in the big bucks one day. The mom thing is so true. The mom friends, like, trying to one-up each other, that's so real. They seem to care about me too, in their way. I'd say we're an average household, albeit one where family comes second to the mom petition and the whoring. Oh my god. Makoto, thank you for the 5-stream streak. What about the dad part? Cheating dad, I feel like that's more common in Japan. Like in actual Japan. Western society has like a different view on it. I mean, I think it still happens, I guess, maybe, but I think it's a lot less often. And also, I think Western people get a lot more upset about it. Japan people, they just cheat on everyone all the time. It's crazy. And yeah, people in Japan, divorce is really frowned upon. I'd say we're an average household, albeit one where... On the surface, things look fine. But open the lid and you'll see that our bonds are as flimsy as a sheet of paper flapping in the wind. Eat it, eat it, eat it, eat it. Oh, I'm gonna eat my sister's hamburger steak. No, I can't! Damn it. Mom's pretty proud that her son won a prize for his light novel. She was resigned to me being a deadbeat for life, and she seems relieved that I finally got some prospects. Plus, it's something for her to brag about to her mom friends. I guess there's nothing wrong with boasting about your kids. So evil, P? I know, cause I'm evil. I'm just trying to be a brat. If I ate her hamburger steak, I would eat it and then laugh, and then I would give her my hamburger steak. I guess there's nothing wrong with boasting about your kids. Still, I'm kind of sick of the way she brings up her novelist son and child prodigy daughter. But I'm just grateful that she leaves us to our own devices, so I don't plan on voicing my petty irritation. Still, I could sense her annoyance when it was almost revealed that her son writes light novels of all things. Someone asked what kind of books I write, and she didn't know how to respond. It's not like I'm writing anything weird, but my parents don't even read. Even if they tried to read my novel, they wouldn't get it. Mom freaked out when the other parent, who did happen to be a reader, said they'd check it out. Their parents know what a light novel is! That's crazy. I thought they would just brush it off and just be like, ah, author, okay, cool. Like, you can't go, like, much further past that, you know? They don't care that much. She brags about her kids while she herself is empty inside.
That seemed to be the first time she became aware that there existed novels that weren't considered high literature or whatever. Oh, so she became aware. Okay. You should read my book, Mom. Give me one book's worth of a housewife's leisurely afternoons. Do we know what the light novel is about? I don't think he's talked about it.
I want to eat it. I want to eat it.
How can you survive on so little food? When you're so tall, I envy you. Mom speaks. All her worries revolve around her weight. It does, Carrot Maid. That's actually one of my complaints when he's in the room with his sister. The dialogue between him and his sister is very unclear. But maybe that's on purpose. Maybe it's on purpose.
Hi, Banana! Hi, P! I'm XP, your Otaku Demon VTuber.
We're reading Sister Other Paranoia.
Yeah, that's the name of it.
It's a very depressing visual novel. It's by the same person who wrote, what is it? Needy Streamer Overload.
But yeah, if you don't know me, hi, I'm XP. I normally play gacha games like Nikkei and Blue Archive, and I like reading things, and I like singing in Japanese, and I play horror games. Yeah! But thank you so much. Thank you, Banana. Thank you.
If you guys have to raid and run or rest, please do so.
Yes.
Yeah, this guy, he probably wrote like some sort of syscon book, right? Anyway, this is like the most annoying protagonist ever, but we're suffering together today, so. Mom speaks, all her worries revolve around her weight. Their abdominal muscles are starting to atrophy, and Mom and Dad have both developed muffin tops. Okay, that's just part of being happy and getting older, I think. You don't really have to worry as much. The more middle-aged they both start to look, the less they interact with one another, both escaping into the bottle. Of course, alcohol is only more empty calories. Mom started taking the Monjaro skinny jab she heard about online. Oh my god, she's taking GLP-1s! Oh my god. It made her puke her stomach until it was empty, and she lost her appetite for a few days. She did lose a little weight, but it sapped her energy and started to panic, until she ultimately rebounded and ended up heavier than before. Call it karma. Not that my father's any better. Apparently, being middle-aged means you've got nothing to do but panic and run around in circles day after day. They're both having prototypical midlife crises. It's like a second adolescence where, now that the kids are growing up and getting ready to leave the nest, you start to question your own identity. There's no time to think about anything else when you're focused on raising kids. Well, I can't claim to have a career. It at least looks like I'll be able to financially support myself with my writing. And now their wrinkles deepen as they wonder what they're going to do with their lives from here on out. From here on. Bro is coping! Yeah, I'm gonna make so much money from my writing. He's been coping this whole time. What's up, Mom? Can you get rich off a book? Oh, this is supposed to be her thoughts, I think. Mom is engaging in slightly off-kilter fantasies as usual. Sorry, Mom. There's no chance of getting rich without at least an anime adaptation. And even then, the kind of money you're thinking is a dream within a dream. It's gonna take a while for me to get a place where you two can lean back and kick your feet up. My son's so skinny.
And my daughter's so fair-skinned. It's not fair. Don't get jealous of your own kids. There's half of you in each of us. If you dedicated yourself to embracing good exercise and skincare habits, you'd be halfway there. But dedication is extremely difficult to muster when you're dealing with the encroaching indolence peculiar to middle age. Indolence. She's fed up in every sense, so she chose the easy route. But see, people find no fulfillment in a life without effort. Thus, she ended up having a midlife crisis. In her second adolescence, though, she's more late-blooming Sakura than a fresh spring bud. A piglet blossom swollen and bloated on all the blood she suckled. What? He's off sleeping around while I'm here struggling. All a man needs to snag some dumb is money. It's not fair. Everything is a target of her envy. Don't worry, Mom. Love for sale is meaningless. There's nothing to worry about. She can't forget how she used to shimmer and shine. She wastes her days trying to get back to a time when she glittered. I need to stop snacking between meals. Maybe I should try Manjaro again. Oh, the screen is getting weird. It's like zooming in and out. I don't know if it's been doing that the whole time. Wonder if I could get rich filming my gifted girl and showing her off online. Wait, I'd probably have to get her on regular TV first if I want the videos to sell.
Hi P, hi Mimi. I'm XP Oni-chan.
If I wanted to have a good time, I'd have to empty my bank account at a host bar. While he gets full service for 30,000 yen. It's not fair. Oh my god! The screen! Maybe I could go to a brothel that caters to women. But what if I got saddled with a real uggo? And then again, anyone would be better than this bald old fart. How do all the other women married to old losers get their rocks off? Maybe everyone's going to brothels? Sure doesn't seem like a sign that you're living the good life. Ugh, I wish I was rich. That's crazy. See? On and on the days trudge. I wish I wasn't able to read people's emotions, but I was born this way. If either of them does anything to Sahana, they'll taste my wrath, but so far there's no sign of anything so dramatic happening. All of humanity lies stranded in the doldrums, carried slowly on the current towards death, idling through fruitless, pointless days. Listless, always listless. Look at our very normal house.
Thanks for the dinner, Mom. Oni-chan.
Thanks, Mom. I mean, it's only instant noodles.
Instant noodles? I thought we were eating hamburg steak.
I'd put more effort into cooking if you two ate more. Appetite control is directly linked to our base instincts. In middle age, people seem to become more and more faithful to said instincts. Our parents are caught between fighting their base instincts and giving into them entirely. What will happen if they do give in? I plan to take Sahana and leave when she's older. Until then, I'll keep watching for the conclusions to this midlife drama. Bro can't even recognize the food he's eating. Like, how much of a delusion is this guy living? I'll always love you even if the whole world fears you. Is this the same animation? Or is it slightly different? It looks the same, almost. Like we've seen it once before. Okay, the only one we haven't done is this one. To be fair, Saya no Uda MC couldn't recognize what he was eating either. Yeah, I don't think... things are not lining up here. We gotta look for the inconsistencies. One little poppy burning bright. Watch me come alight. There my first star, shining in the night. Collected poems of Shuji Terayama. It's a guy thing? I don't know. Is that true? You gotta be careful with relationships when it comes to the opposite sex. Especially in today's mutual surveillance society. Treat every bit of personal information and correspondence as though it's public knowledge. In this twisted panopticon, you never know who's watching or what'll get leaked. The direct messaging feature on most social media platforms is a particularly temperamental beast. Young men and women are engaged in a perpetual struggle. Their objective is to find and couple with the best possible specimen of the opposite sex, all while dodging the pitfalls of our surveillance society. In this invisible war, DMs are a powerful tool to steal a march on the competition. As long as messages stay private, they let you interact out of sight of prying eyes. Move the conversation to Line or Discord and you've cleared the first hurdle. Screw it up though, and you've got your head on the block. Now, any degree of success attracts some amount of attention online. As I mentioned, even my inbox sees its share of traffic. Opportunists looking to stake their claim on an up-and-coming light novel author pour in by the dozens. Well, at least by 2s and 3s. I'm really curious about what he wrote now. Like, there's no way he's lying about that, right? I don't know. But it was this girl who caught my eye. As I said before, I got a DM from a small account saying she loved my work and wanted to meet. I clicked through the profile of a typical university-aged e-girl. Oh, that's what these photos are from. She's wearing like a Lolita dress in like the bookstore. Classic literature, famous paintings, gender issues, retro anime, and classy cafes. Shallowly invoked between a smattering of her best moody selfies. She flattered authors who looked on the verge of going viral, no doubt sliding into their DMs the moment they let the attention go to their bleh and responded. Maybe he wrote nursery rhyme? He didn't write a visual novel. Now she'd set her sights on me. I figured I'd humor her. I was in the mood for it, I guess. To tread on an exposed bear trap. To step into the life of a woman like this, and yes, to bask in a little adoration. If I could use it in my work, all the better. To be clear, I wasn't planning on blanking her or anything. I couldn't have mustered the interest if I'd tried. Being able to read people's minds makes romance and sex into tedious endeavors. Like taking an endlessly long test you already know the answers to. Even mere attraction is a distant dream. Once I realized life is suffering, I lost that appetite entirely. Well, I guess I'll go say hi. Bye, Sahana. I'll be back soon. Is he talking to her? Oh, she's not real. I'm the first to arrive at our meeting spot. I'd expected as much. Usually it's the guys who have to take the initiative. The girls are the valuable commodity, the ones who can afford to be discriminating. And their scheduling reflects that imbalance. Or maybe I'm just stereotyping.
Hey, Sensei. Sorry I'm late.
Oh, it's her! I saw her on the Steam page. I was wondering... I forgot about her. Her chestnut-hued pigtails bounce brightly. White and blue... What is the BGM sound? Oh my god. White and blue ribbons flutter with the hair they bind. Touching her Lolita dress, its skirt drooping like a weeping willow. Okay, that's not a Lolita dress. Let's be clear here. That's not a Lolita dress. It's more similar to like Jirai-kei, a bit of Tenshi Kaiwai with the blue color. It's not a Lolita dress. It's not. Passing old-timers gawk at the bosom-emphasizing cut and the way her short skirt catches the wind. It's like she was designed in a lab to turn men on. I find sexual desire an exhausting notion. Yeah, this recorder in the background. It's like dogs barking. Sex is the need most people are keenest to hide, much more than its cousins, food and sleep. And they're quick to lie or hide behind pretense whenever it rears its head. Soon as you notice it lurking under the surface, society becomes hell. Everyone's trying so hard to act like they're not secretly horny pieces of shit. We're all animals, I guess. It makes sense to want to procreate, but I've never quite gotten over my youthful disgust at the idea. No. Yeah, you should play this instead of a 𝐚bat, the 𝐚bat song. Play this one instead. Calling it Lolita's inconsistency to how he's the Lulu, exactly. Maybe that's why I'm here. I want to prove to myself that I'm above all that. That I'm better than the rest. Hello there. You must be Tenjiku Botan.
That's me. Just call me Botan. You remembered my name? Sensei, I'm so happy.
Thanks for subscribing, Cam. Yeah, this is Botan. Being called sensei feels weirdly nice. Female attention might not do anything for me, but apparently I do like being recognized for my work.
How well do you know Ikebukuro? I was thinking I could show you around.
Not at all. I don't go outside much, honestly. My family's out in the sticks, and I try to stay away from crowds. Is that me or her? I can't tell who's talking.
Then I'll be your guide.
Okay, I'm from the sticks. Alright. Thanks.
Puhi.
Botan from Gurren Lagann.
Here we are. The beating heart of Ikebukuro.
It's really taken over as Tokyo's otaku hub, hasn't it? Akiba's a thing of the past. I know, it's so sad. I miss Akiba being the otaku hub.
It so has. It's a total Fujoshi heaven. It's got all the stores, the collab cafes, and even great merch lineups.
I know, that's where Sunshine City is. In Ikebukuro, that's where they have the otaku exhibits. When you go to Japan, it's a really good place. Very good. Not just the BL, okay? Not just because the BL dungeon is there, okay?
It's developing its own community and culture.
Oh, I think that's me. It's developing its own community and culture.
Right?
Physical spaces where young people can share their hobbies have only gotten more important in the age of social media. Not that I use them myself, of course. I'm the lone wolf kind of otaku. I never felt the need to advertise my interests. I like what I like, but I keep it to myself. I'm not compelled to share my thoughts or impressions with the people around me.
Look, they've even got an arcade.
Gotta milk those gamblers.
Oh, Sensei, you don't have to be so sarcastic.
It's busy here, though. Let's go somewhere quieter. He doesn't even want to win her a plushie? Come on, man. You're fumbling the bag. You're fumbling.
This old bookshop is one of my favorite spots. What do you think?
I have to admit, this place has atmosphere. A selfie with all these people would do numbers on social media. And cast her as an intellectual bookworm to boot? Girls like her love seeking out places that play into their image. My calm narration? He's dead inside! He's dead inside! XP Japan tour when? It's been requested before that I make like a video or a stream talking about places. I can probably do that. I've only been to Japan like 3 times. Only 3 times. Maybe I'm being unfairly cynical. There's a simple pleasure in being surrounded by rare books. What kind of books do you like?
You want to know about me? That's so sweet of you.
Right now, I'm hunting for a rare art book. You're into art? Interesting.
But I usually come to places like this to go through the old school fashion mags. It's so much fun to see what clothes were like in the 80s and 90s.
That's so real. The really old fashion magazines, like the street Harajuku fashion magazines, are so cool. It's not cool anymore. People say fashion died because of Uniqlo. What do art and fashion mean to you?
And they let you live rather than just exist.
That's an interesting answer. I'll make note of that. Maybe I haven't been giving her enough credit. I guess someone who puts so much effort into her appearance probably would have well-developed opinions about art. Her colors don't seem muddled. This guy thinks everyone's an NPC besides him. It's crazy. Like anytime he talks to someone, like even his friend at the... not friend, his coworker, he's like, wow, he actually thinks about more stuff than I thought. It's like all human beings have complex thoughts. Let's take a peek into her heart. Peer into her thoughts. I close off my 5 mundane senses and look with my 6, an eye that only sees emotions. I feel its focus sharpening. Slowly, the colors of her thoughts and feelings come into view. The true Tenjiku Botan, the girl behind the mask, behind the username, the real face beneath her meticulous makeup.
He's actually pretty handsome. Not in an obvious way, but he has a real writerly gloominess to him. And look at those sickly eyes. If I walked around with him, everyone would think I netted myself a one-of-a-kind catch. Sure, he's a bit on the misanthropic side, but so are all college guys. All that cynicism's just a shield to protect themselves with while they look for a way to stand out. A guy like him has a erogenous zone more sensitive than his or blank, his ego. Stroke him there and he's sure to look my way. He's making this up in his head. Oh my. So that's her deal. She's not trying to use men to raise her profile necessarily. She's out for validation. A relationship with a budding light novel author would be a potent weapon in the e-girl community. But she isn't necessarily lying about being into me or about me wanting to like her. Human emotions are a complex color gradient. Even what I see
is only one point of view of her heart. Her belittling of me and her reverence, her appreciation for my work and her judgment of my appearance, they're all wrapped up together. No one's feelings are a monolith. He's sure to look my way, though. That does pique my interest.
Does he like what he sees, I wonder? Anyone his age would want me, even an otaku trying to act like romance is beneath him. But something tells me Sensei won't be that easy. He's still keeping me at arm's length. He's playing the aloof genius a little too hard, I think. Just because he writes light novels, he thinks he can ham it up.
It's totally him speaking for her. It's gotta be. Her nails are really slay. Her whole outfit is slay.
Are all writers this way? He's wary of me. He looks at me like he's sizing me up. I wonder if he's planning to use me in his writing. That's kind of hot. I wonder what he'd do if I put sex appeal on full blast. Could give him a glimpse of panties, maybe. Once we've had a few drinks, I could wrap myself around his arm and lace my fingers through his. I bet he'd loosen up once we got back to the hotel. Everyone does. Would he grab my... I wonder. Stare a hole through my... give in to his urges and ravish me. Oh my god.
Well, she's a regular girl in some ways. She's indulging her own sexuality under the guise of imagining mine, picturing me ravishing her to fantasize about being used as an outlet for male desire, desperate for an opportunity to affirm her body's worth. Hidden under that demure dress is a body burning with passion, but I won't be the one to feel her heat. The fantasy only lasts a moment. By itself, it isn't enough to make her succumb to desire. And if it did, I think revulsion would still win out. She'd be disgusted that she got so carried away over just another man. She rates her own body too highly for that. Her youthful hunger for pleasure clashes with a reluctance to sell herself short. In that sense, she's very much her age.
I'm gonna get this one, Sensei.
Bring back the recorders. Bring them back now. We gotta go home and tell her sister we went on a date with a girl. This is gonna be awful.
Here's our last stop. Botan's #2 favorite Ikebukuro spot. Isn't it adorable? I hear it's a replica of a real Czech hotel.
Oh, he loves Russia.
Very fancy.
You know, you look right at home in all this European decor.
Haha, yay, thanks!
She beams. When I pay thoughtful attention to her, she's surprisingly genuine.
Let me pour, Sensei.
Oh, she's so cute. Of course he loves Russia. He was talking so much about Dostoevsky earlier. How do you say it right? Dostoevsky? Yeah. His favorite. She picks up the teapot, looking fully at peace. Daylight streams through the window, glittering off the fine china and her thin layer of eyeshadow. Dostoevsky, yeah.
It's chilly outside today, so this should be just the thing. You relax so much better when you're all warmed up.
Thanks.
You succeeded so young that I bet you're struggling in the ways the rest of us can't imagine. If easing those burdens will help you writing, the least I can do as your fan is try.
Did my book really make that much of an impression? Honestly, I thought it was embarrassingly amateur.
I know these are just a random girl's thoughts, but it just felt so desperate, you know? Like there's all this cynicism everywhere, but when you read between the lines, it's like it's crying out for affection. I just wanted to pick it up and hug it. I've never felt like that about a book before.
That's gratifying to hear. Of course that's how it reads. I'm trapped in an unending hell. My ability to see people's thoughts will bring me pain until the day I die. I wish someone would make it stop. But I won't find relief in others. People can never truly understand each other. The usual compromise is coexisting in ignorance, but my condition means that isn't an option. The only exception, perhaps, is family. Sahana.
I'm cheering for you, Sensei. I'll always be cheering for you.
She's so nice! This guy is such an asshole! Oh my god. Oh, above the waist or the hair or below the waist? Oh my god. Let's look at her hair. They say a girl's hair is an expression of her soul. What? If so, the ribbons in Botan's hair must symbolize the veneer of innocence she girds herself in. Her soul rustles as hot tea fills the teacup. Every ribbon adds a dash of girliness to its sheen. Above the waist. A cutesy Lolita dress. It's not a Lolita dress! Its tasteful curves suggest a soft body and slender figure. Someday, some other guy will come along who loves that body deeply, who will take her flesh and soul in his arms, looking at her and her only forevermore. I hope she meets that fateful man someday, someone who makes her porcelain skin blush ruddy pink. From beneath my sunless rock, I'll watch the happy couple skip off into the distance. If you guys ever come to a meet and greet and call and say what I'm wearing is a Lolita dress, I'm gonna yell so loud. I'm gonna yell so loud. Do not do that. Oh, I'll cry in my anguish. How sweet it must be to be human. Below the waist. Beneath that innocent guise, she burns with desire. That's nothing to be ashamed of. Everyone feels desire, men and women alike. So once you recognize that, sexuality starts to feel less and like a part of you and more like a detached thing happening on some meta level. At her age, those impulses are bound to lead her into misadventure. Sooner or later, she'll end up crying into her pillow after someone else's urges exploit her. And after many loves and many abuses, she'll grow into a proper lady with her head held high, perhaps. I might boast that I can read people's feelings, but only God knows what the future holds. You're just gonna rage bait me on purpose. Oh my god. This guy makes everything sound boring. Oh, her eyes! Her eyeshadow is distinctive. An appealing red with a touch of sultry pink at the edges. I'm sure her naturally lidded gaze has stolen plenty of hearts without even trying. Eye contact is at the heart of communication. Eyes touch, a mood sparks, and we mistake that instantaneous feeling for attraction, for love, for friendship. That goes for more than just people. Dogs and cats make eye contact with their owners too. Gazing into someone's eyes is a sign of trust. As invisible coin humans have traded since time immemorial. And invisible coin humans have traded since time immemorial. Botan's distinctive eyes surely give her an edge in that crucial establishing moment.
Sensei!
See how impactful they are when you look at them directly? She knows how powerful her gaze is. That's why she wears such striking eyeshadow. You gotta know your strengths and your weaknesses. Oh, I was like, are we gonna look at her nails next? Oh, her lips. Oh my god. They say people are subconsciously drawn to water because it makes up more than half of the human body. I don't know how true that is, but her dewy lips and eyes, like dark pools, are certainly appealing. Like dark pools? I don't know. Animals tend to express affection through mouth contact, or so I hear. Dogs like to lick their owners, for example. So do cats! Their tongues are just a lot more sandpapery. On first examination, kissing is pointless. It's not even a sex act. But in its pointlessness, it lets partners affirm their affections on a level beyond sexuality. What flavors of male affection have those pale pink lips affirmed, I wonder? Something tells me MC likes her. I know.
Let's do this again sometime, Sensei. I'll message you, okay? Every time the world hurts you, come and warm yourself back up. Take all the good and bad it could do to a delicate man, all those sights and memories and smells and emotions, and pour them into writing a wonderful book. You have that skill. You can experience sadness, experience suffering, turn those dark, twisted feelings into words. You were born with that curse, and that blessing. So let's get tea again sometime. I'll pour you a cup whenever you want. I really loved your book.
That's crazy. She's so cute. Oh! She's not wearing her hair accessories today. I don't know, Hime Cat really likes licking my hand. Cat licks her ouchies.
You met up with a girl, Oni-chan? That's new.
You know, it's kind of spooky that you sussed that out so quick.
Of course! I'm not real! You smell a bit different, though. Tonight, I think. I don't mind, though. I'm glad you're still like other boys in some ways.
Hey, don't get the wrong idea. It wasn't some hookup. I was just gathering reference material, that's all.
And that, too, is something other boys do. Getting flustered and trying to deflect.
Hey, There's no good way to talk about the opposite sex, is there? No matter what you say, everyone will interpret it romantically. It's such a pain in the ass.
How did you meet her, then?
She DM'd me. She said she liked my work and wanted to chat face to face, and I figured I could get some material out of it. Plus, I was curious. That's all, I promise. You thought she was pretty.
Oni-chan.
What?
I realize this is unusually boring advice for me to give, but you're a published author now. That means you need to be more careful about meeting fans, especially girls.
I guess that's a fair point. Talking about women is a goddamn minefield. All human interaction is littered with misunderstandings waiting to happen, but this is the worst kind by far. I'll never get why so many people endure this torment just for the privilege of giving half their life to someone else.
You're just like other boys, Oni-chan.
Yeah, and I wish I wasn't. I wish I wasn't.
Whatever happens, Oni-chan, have no regrets. Done is done. I'll always be right here beside you. We'll always be together. So it's okay. No matter what happens, just remember that we're okay because we have each other. That way, we'll always be happy.
Oh! Oh my god. Her eyes had no light in them at the end. What was that? That was very cute though. We're back? Again? I thought it was gonna be like over once I went through all of them, but I guess there's more to it. I might play this game another day. I don't know. Do you guys want to keep seeing this game? I'm not gonna play it tomorrow. We're gonna play Blue Archive tomorrow. My pizza is here though, so I want to go eat my pizza. I want to go eat my pizza. Oh my god, that was 4 hours. I'm sparing you. I think I'm gonna spare us. I think I'll think about it. You fell asleep. Finally, pizza. Yeah, we'll see how I feel. Let me think about this. Let me think about this. You know, seeing our homie at the convenience store might be worth it. Just might be. Anyway, I hope you have a good night. Kiko is streaming this late. I'll send you over to Kiko, who's playing a much happier game. She's playing Water Park Simulator. I was looking up Fields of Mystery stuff, you guys. And what is it? The one person I saw that I would be interested in the game, they're not even dateable. What's the point of even playing that game? I thought that I wanted to play it. Now I don't even think I want to play it. Now I'm like, I don't know. I don't know if I want to play it. Anyway, I'll see you later. I'll see you tomorrow. Or next week. Bye, P! Pray for my voice. Pray for my voice to come back.